Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome back to another ArchCast episode. Jam-packed one today, and our special guest, a real-life fake wizard, coming back for a second appearance.
Let's do this.
There's a lot. Okay. One of the good things back in the day was E3, right? Because E3 was an event every year where it would come on and it would just be about video games. They would announce so much stuff. It was really awesome. And then eventually all of the companies realized that, hold on, we have YouTube channels. We can just push shit out there. Why are we paying $10,000 for a stand at a convention?
To show off things that aren't going to deliver in the way that we present them.
Yeah. So apparently they all then decided to just not bother with that. Fair enough. And we've kind of replaced it a little bit with the Game Awards this year, at least. Like, the Game Awards hasn't really been super duper mega ultra big for news for a while, but this one was. And I don't mind it. Like, it's one of those things, right, where I'm not particularly a fan of the Game Awards for what it is, basically a bunch of well-off people congratulating themselves. But I do like the community feel of, like, having a day where they come together and they announce a bunch of new games and everyone's, like, excited and stuff. That's nice.
I think with this show, though, this last show put them into the category where, and I think a lot of like us and content creators, a lot of people say like, oh, well, you know, nobody really cares about the Game Awards. Nobody really pays attention. I think this broke the mold on that because we got more people watching than ever before. They had more announcements that were high caliber than ever before. It felt like we were almost going back to E3 and people really cared about who was getting the awards. So whenever like people want to say, oh, it's not, you know, nobody really cares about it. Yeah, they do. And this was a victory for Jeff. Whether you personally like the show or not, or I liked it, Jeff was the winner of this event.
Oh yeah, this was a big swing in Jeff Keighley's favor. There's no doubt about it. Because the Games Awards have been struggling for relevancy for a very long time, and by recapturing a spark of that spirit of E3, this was a big one. This was a big one.
I mean, even just the opening, that was big. And all along the way, everything they're showcasing, they have all the performances there. And obviously they've had that in the past, but like this one felt bigger. And you had an indie involvement or an indie discussion attached to this one. This is going to put, like, this is doing what the Oscars wishes it could be, but for gaming.
Oh, the Oscars. Well, the thing is too, right? The Oscars as well. We've had this problem where most of these shows have kind of lost track of what they're supposed to be. The Oscars was intended to be like an industry thing where the industry would come together and they'd basically reward each other based on artistic merit, first and foremost. And then it turned into a show. And initially as well, it was intended to be a far more humble experience shared with the audience. But then Hollywood became Hollywood, these people became famous, and it just became a bunch of fucking rich, uppity assholes congratulating themselves on how rich and uppity they were. And for the longest time, the Game Awards were suffering from the same thing. The recent Streamer Awards was that in fucking spades.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, God. And again, it also demonstrates that all of it is just this incestuous clique. Even the ribbings, when they were making fun of Hassan zapping his dog, and they were laughing. Ha ha ha, you abused your dog live on stream. Oh, that is funny. What?
We'll turn it into a little laugh, and then people will stop memeing it. Except that's not how that works.
It was such a weird moment. Like, it really was a brilliant reminder that these people's morality is just incompatible with yours. To them, this is a funny haha. But yeah, no, Game
It's
Awards.
I think what's well, it's funny though because we get the same kind of things happening even over here on the Game Awards side. Virtue signaling. Streamers, content creators love the virtue signal. I want to say Twitch and probably TikTokers are the worst of the virtue signalers. Sure, YouTubers are bad too, but yikes, TikTokers and Twitch streamers are terrible. But then, you know, we look at there's virtue signaling there and it's super cringe. And then I look over at the Game Awards and now, after all this time, and I'm sure we'll get into this, or maybe I'm jumping the gun, but like after all this time of Claire Obscure Expedition 33 being considered an indie game done by a small independent company, an independent team, now because it's swept, everybody's saying it's not an indie game anymore because it had a budget of $10 million. And the indie game community, which is another word I don't like, it gets to virtue signal saying that they were robbed. It's just absolutely insane. On one hand, it's crazy when we look at the streamer awards. It's like, well, that's terrible. And then we look over here and it's like, you guys can't accept when a good thing is a good thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's crazy stuff. It's crazy nonsense.
Can I smell your feet?
And yes, chat, Lum has fallen into the steel mill machinery. We're not sure if she's alive yet. We'll probably learn over the course of today. We'll see.
Can I smell
Get well soon.
your feet?
Thank you, the Nickel Necko, $50. Hi, Art, I think I got mistakenly rounded up in a server program. Pogrom. Oh, didn't you post the Sun Dogs? Do we need to pay a day in guild to get back in? Also looking forward to Siege, Ladders, and full price faction pricing in their Total War 40k. Oh, believe you me, we will get into that. Send me like a message on Discord, and I'll see to get you back in. Because yes, we had some people basically posting Discord TOS violating shit on the server, so the mods went on a little bit of a good old-fashioned Soviet-style cleanse. I'm sure a couple people are probably caught up in the enthusiasm. But I wanted to start with just a quick mention of what's going on right here. So let's play this short little clip.
Long last, proceeding to file a bipartisan Section 230 repeal. We've been working on that for a long time, and I think it's time now to make the decision, and people in this committee who want to join the bipartisan bill can join, and people who don't want to, they don't have to. But waiting any longer, I don't think serves any useful purpose. So I thank Senator Graham for proceeding that way.
Right, so Section 230. This has been a bugbear for the internet for like 6 years or something. As it was used primarily by the various platforms to justify their bans for a very long time. There's been a lot of lawsuits around this, for example, where I don't remember who it was, but there was one particular lawsuit where YouTube, who had banned this individual, who had appealed it, argued first that Section 230 meant that they could not be held liable for moderation decisions. So they weren't a platform, and therefore they were protected by Section 230. And in the very next line of the very same document, they argued that they had an editorial right as a publisher to remove content in violation of their arbitrary TOS. It was literally used to justify both things by the fucking platforms. And it has been in dire need of reform, because at the heart, the idea is simple and entirely understandable. If you are Facebook and somebody on Facebook goes like, I would like to kill all of the black people, then Facebook shouldn't be held responsible for that, obviously. But it's also, the abuse of it has been so rampant, and it's literally used to cancel people and to take away their social media. I don't know. On the one hand, repealing the section entirely means that Facebook could be exposed to really ridiculous lawsuits, which is not good. It could also mean that they'd have to impose even more stringent TOS to make sure nobody says anything that could be interpreted as legal or liable, etc. And at the same time, the entire Section 230 is just garbage. So, like, what do? Do we try to reform it or just burn it to the ground or what? I don't even know.
My concern is anytime the government has to get involved, then it becomes messier. So even if it's like, hey, we have good intentions with this, it's like, okay, let's fast forward a little bit. Where are the problems? Eventually there's going to be cracks. And then also, how are the social media platforms going to use this as leverage to have even more of a stranglehold on censoring and controlling
Service guarantees
creators?
citizenship.
Because that any government ruling is going to come with more of that.
Yes, especially also as we've recently, of course, seen YouTube just let their AI mods run fucking rampant on YouTube.
Just cutting heads off everywhere.
Oh yeah, like it's been a Mongolian execution session going on YouTube now for a while. They released stats the other day showing that something like 7,000 YouTube channels had been deleted in the last 6 months.
Yeah. Get well soon. It's brutal.
It is absolutely brutal. I've seen people get yeeted off the platform for like related content. And I was like, okay, listen, you have a different YouTube channel somewhere. We've determined that that different YouTube channel is in violation of some sort of arbitrary metric. And so we're going to ban a different YouTube channel because of it. Like, all right.
Where there's a story floating around about a guy who put out a video and then somebody stole that video and they banned his channel, even though somebody else stole the video. It is an AI thing that took it down. I mean, this is insane. Or everything we're seeing with Camelot with the chargebacks that he keeps posting about on Twitter.
Yep.
That's terrifying if we're moving into that world, because chargebacks are brutal and people will strategically make a ton of charges and do a bunch of chargebacks, and boom, you're done. You're fried. Now, YouTube used to protect from that, but it seems like they're moving away from it, which is not good for creators.
No, the entire creator ecosystem is just getting worse every fucking day. It's amazing. It's amazing, really.
Well, did you think it was going to get better, Arch? With AI? AI is going to make everything better for creators.
I mean, you know what? There was a moment there where I was like, okay, AI slop was beginning to just fucking flood the internet, like to a hilarious, ridiculous, obviously unsustainable degree. And YouTube going quite quickly and saying, okay, no, you don't get to monetize this. Off. You're going to literally destroy our entire server infrastructure if this goes on. It gave me a moment of hope where I was like, okay, they actually understand that this is a danger. Remarkable. And then 2 months later, right, so we've turned over all of our moderation powers to robots.
I think what's really scary is the push for AI, because it's YouTube, it's all of the social media, sure, but it's also a lot of corporate, especially corporate America, pushing for this AI replacement for people. And the problem with that is, people, you don't have people controlling things, sure, but AI is stupid. AI is not at the caliber that a lot of people say it is. It's just not there yet. And it's past a chat GPT. It's just the AI that YouTube is using is still extraordinarily stupid. And we have no idea what the roadmap is going to be until it's efficient, and how many people are going to get hurt in the process of getting deplatformed or losing their channels. I mean, just trying to get people to go and follow you on another platform, like, that's never been easy. So, like, I have a platform here on YouTube. Getting people to go somewhere else, like, you have to really earn that now. That's harder than ever before. And then so
Shit.
it's just there's a lot of casualties along the way in this AI push. It's crazy.
Yep. It is like pulling teeth, and which is why, of course,
I have
chat,
lost.
kick. Go to kick. Kick is better in like every fucking way. But yeah, no, Section 230. Part of me is like, okay, either I get fucked forever, because I know the system doesn't work, or I roll the dice, and there are two options. I could get fucked harder, or the fucking could relent. Sorry. What even do you do in such a situation? There's a roughly equal chance that the dicking will grow more intense or less intense. Do you roll the dice?
You bite the pillow.
You're literally competing between the certainty of getting raped and the possibility of not, but also the possibility of getting fucked harder. So,
Hello.
hello, Lum Lum. I see you survived your melting accident.
What?
Yes. I've already informed chat that you fell into the smelting plant.
1, no. 2, I couldn't fall asleep as soon as I got home from work, and I slept in a little bit, and my computer decided to update, so fuck you.
I don't know what that has to do with your smelting plant accident, but good.
There's no smelting plant accident. Shut up, Arch.
What do you think, Lum Lum? If you had the option between guaranteeably getting raped or maybe not getting raped, but also the possibility of getting raped harder, which would you pick?
I don't know which person is hotter in the situation.
It would definitely be by a fat, ugly old man. Like, there's no attraction involved here whatsoever.
Oh? Then why is it even a choice?
Oh, you don't get a choice. It's been enforced upon you by the gods.
Yeah, but you gave me a choice.
Yeah, and you have to pick one.
Yeah. And so, why even ask me if neither of them are attractive?
Well, that's the point of the hypothetical, Lum Lum. Lum Lum, how would
What?
you feel today if you hadn't eaten breakfast?
I haven't.
God damn it, Lum Lum.
What?
God fucking damn it.
no.
What? I woke
Oh,
up and now
no.
I'm here.
The rest of this conversation is altered because of that answer.
God fucking damn it. I don't know what you were expecting, chat. I don't know what you were expecting.
You should have expected this answer because it's me, and I literally said, "Hey, sorry, I got home from work late." You know what I work.
I do. Doesn't mean I won't take advantage of it.
Shut up.
Right. Seeing as this is going to be a little bit too complex for Sleepy Lum.
No, keep going. Chat will love it.
And now we'll move on to a more simple question. Lum Lum, did you know that sniffing your own farts makes you smarter?
You know, I wanted to insult you, but then you would have thought that it was a backhanded compliment, and I can't have.
But Lum Lum, it's real.
Because I was gonna ask then, is that why you have 2 very successful YouTube channels?
Yeah, I don't know if that would be really an insult, honestly. I'm not...
I don't know, it'd be me implying that you sniff your own farts, probably store them in a jar.
Yeah, but according to the John Hopkins University of Medicine or something, That's a good thing.
You know, I would like to think that this is shit.
You would like to think that this is bullshit, but maybe it isn't. Maybe, in fact, smelling bullshit would make you even smarter.
You know,
I'm gonna
what
get a plane
if
ticket to India now.
what if sniffing your own farts is what
I
causes
have
autism?
I have lost.
Actually,
It's not the drugs at all. It's not the vaccines. It's actually just huffing your own gas.
the wizard has a point. Like, if this was actually true, India should be producing doctors at a rate hitherto unheard of in human fucking history.
I
Their
mean,
brains should have doubled in size like the Grinch's heart.
Yes.
I thought they all were because according to mainstream media and especially England, there's a lot of doctors and lawyers out there getting arrested.
There are a lot of doctors and engineers, it's true, but I don't know. Also, I do love the fact that somebody funded this. Somebody sat down and looked at their massive, giant, super smart hospital full of doctors and went, okay, we've got like $1 billion in public funding. We got to find something to use it at. So there are problems in the world like, you know, I don't know, epidemics, cancer, regrowing limbs. But I think our time would better spent testing the effect that inhaling your own sharts has on intelligence.
I think somebody read that Harley Quinn fart comic and took it to heart.
Maybe.
This article is written by a fetishist.
Oh, 100%. Oh, and also, I wasn't here the first time you were on. Hi, it's nice to meet you. I enjoy your content.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too. I can confirm I'm not a fart smelling fetishist.
Oh,
I just want to
okay.
know what the thought process is for somebody, some doctor or scientist who's like, "Hey, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna study the science of smelling your own farts." Like, what is the? Oh, here's the funding for this. Like, this is we could do this, but we can't get flying cars, huh?
Well, the worst part is we can get flying cars. You know what? You know what's stopping us from using flying cars?
China.
No, it's not China this time. Although it would normally be China. No, it's the government that's stopping us. See, the government owns the air, all of it. And so if you want to use it, you have to ask the government for permission.
Mm-hmm.
And so even if you have something like a hoverboard, as those exist too, it blew my mind when I learned it, but hoverboards are a thing. You have to ask the government for permission to use it. So every time you're more than like a few feet off the air, you've got to call in to like the air control area and go like, listen, I have a hoverboard. Can I use it? And they have to give you permission. Otherwise, the police just comes and violates you.
You know,
I don't like when that happens.
maybe hoverboards and flying cars
Trick or
weren't all as
treat.
cracked up
Can I
to be as
smell
we
your
thought they were
feet?
going to. Because just imagine the added fees that would be thrown into your life once those are actually common and the government's like, what kind of made up bullshit can we add to your guys' lives every month?
Yeah. See, the idea was good. It's just that unfortunately, before we invented flying cars, we invented the government.
Yeah.
Highly unfortunate. All right. Faffing about topics aside, let me catch up on a couple of super chats so I don't know doing too far behind. And then Game Awards, finally, because there is a lot of fun going on at the Game Awards, including the debate as to whether or not Lara Croft is hot enough now, and whether or not that is a problem.
Hell yeah.
I've been seeing both sides of that conversation, and it just turned into Schrodinger's attractiveness. Like, I see people saying that she's ugly. I see people saying that she's hot. And I'm like, which one is it?
Yeah, it has kind of become a version of Schrodinger's Lara Croft at this point, where she's both too pretty and too ugly at the exact same time.
It's like, to me, it just looks like they threw a Snapchat filter over her face.
Yeah, I could see that.
Let's see. Unpotatoed Salmon. These people's names. You should look outside. It has a lot of good horror art and rat monsters. 1, pay me, and 2, I don't want to go outside. I'm quite comfortable inside, thank you. Neil the 10th. Bah, I work in the industry, and in my not at all biased opinion, the Oscars' only value is that last year it got me laid when I took a co-worker there. Well, there you go. But, I mean, if that's all it takes, we really should have awards for Rohypnol as well.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mess?
Frederick the Black, how do you call a happy sword? Gladius. I'm watching stream. Thank you for that. Spacewolf Blackman, hail Arch. I'll have a soda, as the artist behind many of the best 40k animation just finished his news project, Fallout Operation Sunburst fan animation. I have heard about that. I still haven't watched it. I'll get around to it at some point. Daniil, ahoy, good sir fake wizard. SQ. Always glad to see you here on with WDW Pro.
Shout out the pro people.
Dark Innovator, hail Archer, Merry Christmas all. Watched Wicked 2 recently, and it hit me why I personally haven't seen much political conflict over it, because the core argument of the plot is right-wing. Everything is right-wing. All of them. All of the things. It is the reality that I have come to adopt. Murky Product, hey Art, I recommend that you check out the game Vampire. It's more Bloodlines sequel than Bloodlines 2 is. I have heard about that game, but all I heard was that it was a disappointment, so I'm hesitant. Valamio, I need Lum to bully Arch for missing like half of my 10 superchats from yesterday. I didn't know, I saw them. They're all for this fun. Worm Revengeance and Vampire Redemption. I'm sure I did see them. I think so. Neil the 10th, maybe we need a shitty wall to protect YouTube. I mean, that would be nice. Just a little YouTube bubble where YouTube remains the way YouTube had always been. I would like that. Not gonna happen, but I would like that. And Marielva, what if Reddit switched their moderators to AI? Well, in the case of Reddit, it would probably be a significant improvement. At the very least, they would smell less. So, there's that. And Fredden58, AI is a tool. The problem isn't the tool, it's the people who wield it irresponsibly and maliciously. That and the fact that, unlike most tools, we have no idea what this one's going to do half the time.
There's a big discussion point with that. I mean, I think we're at a point now with the way that corporate is taking over with AI. It is like almost an obligation that everybody learns how to use these tools. Like I completely agree with the super chat. Yeah, it's a tool, but we all need to like learn how to use it to some extent, whether you like it or not. We need to understand it because they're just going to replace everybody. It's all going to be AI, and like the window is closing for opportunity to use AI as a tool to get ahead.
Yep, it probably is. It probably is. And Fred, by that logic, Hollywood should be filled with brilliant writers. It really should. So, Lara Croft then. Schrodinger's attractiveness. We have Paul Tassi, who, he's a fascinating individual because he's somehow kind of managed to straddle both sides of the culture war for the longest time, whilst also being not really accepted by either camp.
Yep.
But he usually has at least decent takes. But this one, the fact that there is any discourse about either of these is idiotic, they both look great, move on. This is like the perfect example of this form of discourse. If Paul Tassi, who has made it into an art form to be on both sides of the point, can't find anything else other than, yeah, good. that demonstrates just how fucking Schrodinger's attractiveness this is.
I
That's
just love
honestly-
the fact that the professional fence sitter Paul Tassi is telling people to move on to a single retweet and one comment, and,
Yeah.
and it's probable spam. Really moving the bar there, Paul.
The probable spam's probably his alt account. It's okay.
It's also him.
I have
It
It's
is.
also him. It's
Watch
all
he
him.
bookmarked it himself. Who's bookmarking this other than him?
Well, somebody has to
like-
pay attention.
It's like I don't like the face shape of the new Laura, but I prefer the face shape of the old one. But I like the tits on the new one a bit better.
So the Lara on the left, right, which is literally what she was. She was the Lara of the left. She was designed to be like there's been this thing for the longest time where character design has slowly been trying to move in the direction of not realism necessarily, because that word doesn't quite mean what it should in this context, but in the direction of a normal woman. That was the idea, because then everyone would feel represented, and suddenly women would flood into gaming. All of the other things they tried to make that happen with didn't work, but this was going to work. And it also then eventually just evolved into them becoming ugly for some reason. And that in large part is also because of the Schrodinger's attractiveness, where no matter how meh they made them, the feminists wouldn't shout their praises because she was still at least pretty. And the men would just wrinkle their noses and go like, yeah, but I don't really want to see Lara Croft get raped. That's not necessarily my fetish.
I mean, to each their own, but you know.
True. And they made
but it's
her
like
flat.
I mean, clearly they need to give her the perfect acute angle tits that people are used to.
Yeah, because that was also the biggest complaint that a lot of people had, and justifiably so, because, the new Lara Croft was genuinely quite small-ditted, especially considering the original, but what's the new one? The new one has... It's a little bit more along the lines of the original, even though I kind of agree with Lum that I sort of prefer the other one's face as well. But they made her Chi-Chi's larger. They gave her more in the way of hips. They made her more like the old Lara. But even then, I'm going to come out and say it. Tits too small. It's still too small.
I mean, I think I realized what I don't like about the new face, because at this angle, she just looks like Shadowheart. At that angle, she looks like Cersei from Game of Thrones.
Maybe.
All I
There-
know is it's better. I think it's better than 2015. So, and she's not ugly. She's not ugly at all. And you can tell that whoever is at the top here giving commands is clearly listening to both sides. And this is trying to satisfy both sides, which is really funny. You can't satisfy everyone, and you've upset everyone. Like now
Yes.
there's this whole controversy because you tried to satisfy everybody. Oh, I mean, I will say though, like I'm happy they're trying. That's nice, because for the longest time here, it seemed like Tomb Raider was just really going to become a dead franchise. But Amazon has a hand in the production of this game, just like they have a hand in the production of the James Bond game, the 007 game. So I don't know. I think the jury's still out. I think that marketing picture of her in the swimsuit from the Amazon thing, promo, connect your Steam account to Amazon, and you get like that special swimsuit. That's not unattractive. That's certainly more attractive than we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, at least as you say, at least they are listening to a degree. There are hints here that they're like, okay, it's supposed to be Lara Croft. She is actually supposed to be hot. But also, like you say, yes, they try to please everybody, and this is the fucking thing we've been complaining about for so long. Listen, you can't. It's not going to happen. You literally can't please both sides. You could please this thing. But you can only please one of these sides. The one side is just the regular gamers who are like, okay, all we want is Lara Croft, attractive, big tits and ass. There you go. Shoot some dinosaurs. That's all you need to do, and we'll be happy. Your game will sell millions simply because all of the content creators will be, listen, they actually did what we asked them to. Lara Croft is back. And the other party is going to be there like, is it woke to say I find 2015 Lara Croft more attractive because of like a real human instead of a supermodel? Yes. Yes, it is. It actually... Yes. Yes. Yes, that's woke.
I just don't like the body proportions of the new one.
Yeah, and they also go on. If I'm being honest, I don't really care. I haven't played a single Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
Is it bad that trailer made me want to play the game, though? I mean, with the fighting the dinosaurs, I was like, oh, I mean, we need to see more gameplay, but I might be interested in playing this. I wouldn't spend $70 or $80 to play it, but I might play the game at some point.
At least you're intrigued.
Like that's why I like platforms like Lurkit, because half the newer games that I've been playing I got for free off of there, because my channel has the right requirements for free shit from the developers, as long as they do at least one stream playing it.
Yeah, I need to...
greedy sellout, Lum.
No, not a sellout. It's just called playing games for free.
Greedy sellout, Lum.
Arch, you're a little whore. You get paid by your audience, and you're like, yes, give me money, except for Dawn of War 3. I don't want to play Dawn of War 3. You have to play Dawn of War 3 before you play Dawn of War 4, Arch.
Yeah, but that's okay, because I'm a sellout to the audience. That's fine.
No, you're not a sellout to the audience. The audience is a little whore.
That's okay, though. That's acceptable.
Dance monkey.
Speaking of dancing monkeys, okay. So, Lara Croft, good. I actually... Well, watch this first.
It's been years.
First and foremost, we start by drenching Lara Croft in water. Good idea! Good idea!
She doesn't look wet.
No, that's true. Like, the best idea, like, because, again, you can kind of tell that they're halfway there,
Are you
right?
ready to wreck
Because
this
the
yellow mare's
bestest
fluttery,
idea
buttery butt?
would be to drench Lara Croft in water and then turn the camera around to her front to have the see-through shirt. That's how we would know that we would have been truly, truly back.
But the events are still etched in my memory.
Traps, classic traps, the classic nonsensical bullshit that we believed were in ancient temples in the past. It's like, oh yes, the ancient ones invented all kinds of insane fucking gadget and traps. Like
They were
covered
extremely sophisticated.
Yes, they were. Like, they'd figured out all of the pulleys and the weights and everything and all of that good stuff somehow. We don't know how they figured all of this out, but they did.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery, buttery butt?
The classic traps. Yeah, I miss that. It was a sign of a simpler time, wasn't it? When we believed that all these ancient civilizations had just spent a few thousand years just building intricate fucking weapon systems into every wall. Perfectly balancing giant fucking
I have lost
boulders. So they'd be released the moment some guy lifted a statue.
And
Lost
freak
worlds.
that out.
Frozen in time. New discoveries. waiting behind every door. Across every chasm. I didn't know then the path this adventure would send me on.
See, I like the
The
dinos.
checklist of
I might play it
Dinosaurs.
just because it has dinosaurs.
That's what I was thinking.
It's like I want more cool dinosaur games.
Why
I would
can't we
love a
have
Dino
them?
Crisis remake. Like, come on.
Yes.
Because they're not realistic, Lum. Dinosaurs aren't real.
You seen that post, didn't you?
Trick or
Oh,
treat.
dinosaurs aren't real, but
It's on your
dragons
feet.
were. Shut.
Listen, is it so like if you can accept ugly women in video games, why can't you accept dinosaurs?
I love dinosaurs. They're so fun. It's like I'm not autistically obsessed with dinosaurs, but I like the concept of dinosaurs. They're pretty darn neat.
Like the concept of a dinosaur. It's like the idea of an old lizard really appeals to them.
They're cool. It's like I'll let a dinosaur autistic talk at me for literal hours. I let the Warhammer autistics talk at me for literal hours. Why do you think I'm here?
I'm glad you continued that sentence because I was worried where I would let a dinosaur would go.
Oh my god.
fire that still burns.
Ah, yes. Swinging scythes of doom over bits of fire. Yes, this is Lara Croft.
I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
Like, yeah, that looks like Tomb Raider, doesn't it? And if they
At
could
least-
just do
At
that.
least they gave her cleavage. They gave her cleavage and they gave us some nice ass shots in that trailer.
Yeah, that was specific.
Yep. But again, like I do feel like they're kind of hedging their bets. I want bigger butt. I want bigger boobs. This is what I desire. Give it to me, goddammit.
I already know that even if they did inflate the tits and the ass a little bit more, you would still add a mod to it to make them bigger.
A little bit.
Or to make the dinosaur AI a little nicer to you.
Lum. I'm expecting at least twice the tittage. At least. That would be the bare
enough.
bone basics, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
But it's a step in the right direction, and it might not be terrible, but I do wish they'd just embrace it. Like, listen, you're not gonna win over the woke audience. You're not. Nobody's succeeded in doing that. Everybody's tried, okay? Star Wars Acolyte was them just going like, okay, here's everything you've asked for in triplicates. Please watch our television show. And they all turned their nose up at it and ignored it. Although, to be fair, they did occasionally write a couple pieces on like websites going like, yeah, I think it's really hot that the evil Asian guy is like sexually assaulting the other person.
Yup.
You're not going to satisfy him. So just satisfy us instead. It'd be easier.
Well, I think, I think I need to go back and I've been planning on doing a video on it myself. I got to go back and like skip through the Game Awards show. But my earnest takeaway as it ended was this felt almost politically neutral. It was close, man. I mean, yeah, they had some DEI moments that were like kind of obviously political, but it was compared to the last show, way more neutral, both in the announcements of what the games were and the show itself. But like trailers like this is trying to be apolitical. This is trying to just be a neutral product, but I think we're just so screwed up as gamers and the internet sucks that now there's a controversy. But here it just genuinely feels like they are attempting to course correct based on a trailer like this, at least to just keep it as neutral as they can.
Yeah, and it's like at this point, it sucks that a lot of gamers and shit online, the first thing that they look for is, heck, even just the main thing that they look for is how attractive the character is, and not even wondering, I wonder how the actual gameplay is.
Well, it's like it's the easiest red flag, you know? Because if it's an ugly woman,
okay.
then it's probably going to be shit.
Okay, Arch, I will leave you to this question. Would you rather have a okay 5 out of 10 woman in a really good game, or a 10 out of 10 bombshell with shit gameplay?
Well, that sounds like Blood Rain to me, so I'm leaning towards the last one.
I don't know what a Blood Rain is, but okay.
Blood Rain was a fascinating video game on so many levels. But like you can really go back to like that very example with what was her name? Alex Vance from Half-Life. Like, she was not like supermodel crazy attractive. She wasn't ugly, but she definitely wasn't like sexualized, and people loved her. So there's absolutely a lot of room for having just a good character that doesn't have to be Britney Spears in a bikini or something. Although I suppose that particular comparison has aged poorly. But again, it's just the easiest way to check for a red flag. You look at the game, ugly female character, okay, probably made by a bunch of wokies, probably don't know shit about video games, moving on.
Right.
Oh, and Death on Kick sent 1,000 warp tokens. Hello, Arch and friends. Hope all is well in your lives. Friendship with benefits. Now, there's the true answer to your question, Lum Lum. Wouldn't you rather have a 10 out of 10 pony instead?
I mean, you're the one that's playing Friendship with Benefits, not me.
I'm sure it's just a question of time.
What, are you gonna line it up with a day that I'm gonna be off work and it's like, Lum Lum, I need your voice.
Ah, Lum Lum voice acts a hentai game. That would almost be too cruel.
It's a mini-series. All the crazy things you could do with that. Voices a hentai game, followed by eats a bowl of cereal. You're going to have the comments saying, what's the difference?
What is the difference?
What is the difference?
Honestly, I didn't watch the Game Awards this year mostly because I was working like an employed person. So I didn't watch really anything. I just looked through the trailers that released. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. Ooh, I like this game series. I don't care. I don't care. Ooh, Divinity. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, the Divinity trailer was pretty wild, to use an overused, yet in this case, entirely appropriate term.
I am so excited for the new Divinity game because it's like original Sin 2, pretty darn good, and just like I didn't get to play Beyond Divinity, Divine Divinity, Divinity Dragon Commander, or whatever the fuck that one's called, or Original Sin 1.
Ooh, Dragon Commander, that was a weird game in so many ways, because there the gameplay was actually extraordinarily meh, but everything around it, the story, the world, all of that was weirdly great in a way that you wouldn't expect it to be. Very, very underrated game. One of the
But I
only
know
games
Larry-
I've ever
Larry-
played that does politics well.
But it's like I know Larian said that you didn't have to play the first 2 original Sin games, which does confirm that it's basically original Sin 3.
treat. Can I smell your feet?
But if you did play the original Sin 1 and 2, you'll have deeper knowledge of what the fuck is going on. And just kind of like, pick up on things a little quicker, similar to if
I
you
have
played
lost.
Baldur's Gate
Shit.
1 and 2 when you went into 3.
Right.
So I do plan on replaying Divinity Original Sin 2 and just re-listening to some retrospective videos so then I can have every single little detail that I miss. Just so I can gear up for the new Divinity game.
Well, you've probably got like 5 years to do it, so no problems.
I have a feeling that they might do the early access thing similar to how they did Baldur's Gate 3. Because I did support them through the early access period, and I miss a lot of the things that they cut from early access. Oh, it was a shame they got rid of a lot of things. But like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of high hope for Larian Studios because they said that the game is going to be hell of a lot larger than Baldur's Gate 3, and they do not have the spiked collar that is WotC overlooking them. They are free. They have no shareholders to please. They are just gonna go back to how they were.
Yep. It might turn out excellent. We'll have a look at that trailer too a little bit later. Though I came across one thing that I also wanted to share with all of you. A beautiful little thing.
First acknowledge Shadowfox.
We need to have a moment of empathy right now, I think. For Frogan, who's very upset.
Oh no.
Oh my god, I love when people bitch about money.
And Twitch
with
streaming sucks. I fucking hate it.
$150 nails.
It's been bad for a few months.
Yeah, but just have fun with it. Like if you have fun with it, it doesn't matter. Forget about the money. Just have fun.
It's my job though. I have to focus on the fucking money.
I know you do, but that's
Look at those nails. You're
unfortunately,
right.
Like, you can't control
Yes.
the money. You can only control the content. You know?
Wow.
Like you can't control how much money people give you. That's not going to be something you can control. You can just control on how much fun you have, and then hopefully the money will come. You know.
Is money tight?
I guess.
Is that a problem? Is that what this is?
Apparently, like, she hasn't been getting enough donos.
Oh no. How terrible.
Poor woman.
Oh my gosh. Maybe to save money, she could cut back on the food that she eats. She could get a real job.
I mean,
She can stop buying the ghetto ass fucking $120 nails that she has on her fat fucking fingers.
there does appear to be things in her immediate vicinity that she could conceivably cut back on, like donuts, for example. Yes. That is a possibility, but have you also considered, Lum, that perhaps complaining on the internet is an even better use of your time?
You know, there's a difference between complaining and crying on the internet when you look hot while you're crying.
Ah.
Then there's the literal two-legged walking fucking pig that we're seeing on screen.
God, Lum.
What?
So cruel today.
I will watch an attractive woman cry because it's hot. I don't want to see this thing cry.
Lum.
What?
We need to get you back in the institution.
No, I don't want to go back. Well, actually, I did
Are
get to
you
watch
ready
Law and
to
Order
wet this
SVU and other
yellow
crime
mare's
shows while I was there.
buttery butt?
It was pretty fun.
I got the Mentalist last time.
No.
slap.
It's like when honestly, like you can't control it. People are hurting right now. It's not a great time for anyone to like be giving discretionary funds. So if you just have fun, like you're gonna make money. Like do your fun stuff. I love when I see you. I was just fucking with you, but I really do like when you do like silly stuff. You're really funny at that stuff. Like the Joker thing that we did together, that was hilarious. I'll come back to streaming if you do Joker.
Nobody wants you back.
Everybody,
Finish
hey,
your
dude,
fucking YouTube video first before you come back to stream.
I got yelled at today by my editor.
And of course, as been called, only in America can an overweight woman with brand new nails cry about not having money and then complain that her job sucks because she has to watch YouTube videos. Yeah.
You know, it's like people like this make me think violent thoughts. Like, if you hit her hard enough with her microphone, would you be able to, you know, I won't use that sentence.
Lum,
Yes.
there's a nice padded cell just waiting for you. It's long overdue.
I'm grumpy because I haven't eaten yet. Mooseman's getting food.
It's just for you. It'll be safe. It'll be warm. And you'll get all the help you need.
I mean, honestly, I haven't been in a padded cell. I had my own room because I said I didn't want to.
Can I smell your feet?
Ah, Lum. I've seen this our own cell. Own cell. Private rooms.
I mean, it wasn't a private room. There just wasn't enough people to have, like, you know, people double up in the rooms. It's like I don't want to hear some other lady talk to herself while she's trying to fall asleep.
I mean, fair enough. Fair enough.
That was me. Sorry. I'll be quiet next time.
You know, I was wondering why my female roommate sounded strangely like a man. Probably should have complained to him.
You ignorant slut.
Yeah,
No,
that's-
Lum.
I was going through a phase.
You don't complain about that. He's a man. She's a man. I don't know which patch
She's the
we're
man.
on.
Oh, I love that.
She's the
movie.
man.
That might be it. Yes.
That movie was fucking great.
Before Amanda Bynes lost it.
We simply accept these things now, Lum. Don't complain. We certainly don't point it out. That's bigoted.
I mean, I'll complain. I'll even say some slurs.
That's true. You are encouraged to say your slurs
You
before
ignorant
Christmas.
slut.
I just gotta make sure I keep it under 25, otherwise Santa won't bring gifts.
Was that the
Attacksman
limit?
on Streamlabs. Lum, I received my steel book of gushing over magical girls. Still love that show, and I can't wait for season 2. Now, if they'd only adapt the scientist breeding monster girl manga, that is probably a thing. I don't even doubt it anymore.
I can't wait for season 2. It's already been confirmed. It's in production. Oh, I am very excited.
Finally, a manga, or anime in this case, all for Lum.
Dude, they're magical girls brutalizing each other, and one really wanting to rape the other ones.
Exactly what Lum has always wanted out of her entertainment.
It's great.
Fair enough. I guess we should have a look at the Larian trailer too then, since we already touched upon that
Are
a
you
little bit.
ready to rut this yellow
Yay.
mare's fluttery buttery butt?
And also, I can't be the only one who's getting strong fucking Diablo vibes out of all of this.
I was on stream. I thought this was Diablo. We were like, "Oh wow, this is the D4 trailer. They're gonna." I mean, we knew that they were gonna get an expansion, but did not expect this.
Yeah, so we've got a nice little fair. Everyone's going around being super duper happy. Eating the slop.
Plot twist: they're pagans.
Giant ass Wickerman in the background.
Self-flagellation,
Always fun, especially during the holidays.
especially around the children. They love it.
Ah, there's the flagellation.
Trick or treat. Can I smell your feet? I just want to know what this ritual was for. Because this can't just be like your yearly sacrifice for a good cause.
Can't it? Why can't it just be your yearly sacrifice?
This seems like it's more than just that. It's like it looks like they're appeasing something, and of course the debauchery with self-flagellation and all this other shit. It seems like they're trying to keep something at bay, but something went wrong.
Something is indeed going pretty fucking wrong right now. It's true.
Nah, this is just a Thursday.
You know what? You're right.
Picky.
This is gruesome, man.
It is!
I love it.
Like, I'm surprised we don't have more, like, oh my god, like, people up in arms, pearl clutching. Like, this is grotesque.
Oh my god,
Children
you
were watching
haven't
this.
seen. You have not seen what I've been.
You have not seen the things Lum has imagined. The
No,
horrors.
The quote retweets that I've been seeing. Someone was like, oh, I love Baldur's Gate 3 and I love Divinity Original Sin 2, but this new trailer, it just seemed like way too much. Why is there so much blood and gore when in Divinity Original Sin 2 you land on a fucking prison island where you see tortured prisoners, maimed bodies, just gore everywhere. And then everyone that you rescue off the ship just fucking dies.
So, I do get some of that because Divinity, it does have a little bit of gruesomeness in it. You know, the prison island, the setting, all of that. It's definitely got some gruesome in it, but it's quite underplayed. It's not very graphic. This, again, like this comes across as a fucking Diablo trailer to me. Like, it's crazy graphic.
Fire is the answer.
It is full on like demon summoning mass murder sacrifice that ends with an effigy constructed from the corpses of women, children, and farm animals. Good God.
It's like, this is one thing that I'm wondering, honestly, because the beginning of the trailer just says adults only. I wonder if this is going to be Larian's first adults-only video game.
Maybe, because they sure as fuck were not pulling any punches with this one. Like, this was balls to the wall.
It's like, honestly, if they do make this game adults-only, that means they have enough trust and they know that their support base is large enough that people will still buy the fuck out of this game. Because having an adults only game severely limits a lot of places you can sell your game at.
Yep.
I think this is more show, like, this is ego stroking, or they're slamming their dicks on the table. I don't see them going for an adults only game. I know that that's the speculation, but it's just, it's too risky in a marketplace like this. And the guy that runs Larian doesn't strike me as somebody who's gonna, like, who has a big enough ego to want to do that. What this feels like to me is, hey, okay, fuck you, Wizards of the Coast. You wouldn't let us go further when we wanted to go further, and that's what this trailer is.
That is a good idea. Yes, like, listen, we have all of this repressed rage now.
Yes, yeah. Tell me this doesn't feel like Rage Against the Machine.
It does a little bit, yeah. Like, they're just like, listen, we made your cutesy little fantasy adventure. We tried to sneak in a little bit of horror here and there with things like the crones, but you don't understand the stuff we jerk off to. You don't get it.
You don't understand the complexity of my pleasure room, Wizards of the Coast.
Yes. This barely registers on our fucking fetish radars anymore.
You thought fucking a bear was the extent we would go to? We're Larian Studios, damn it.
We need
this guy's
so
blood
much
turned
more.
into a flower with a skeleton for a face. Fuck it.
It really kind of does feel like that.
Mm.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, because I too, like, I would kind of love to see them do an adults only, but man, that is so unbelievably risky. It would limit them so, like, they would need to be unbelievably confident to try and pull that off.
It's like, I'm sure we're probably just gonna get a rated M game. But
Are you
that'd
ready
be
to
pretty
ret
fucking
this
cool if
yellow
they did
mare's
adults
fluttery,
only.
buttery
But also
butt?
that would greatly limit the streaming potential of the game too.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, you know what? I'll settle with M. I will settle with a rated M game. With a streamer mode, I guess.
It would be an enormous power move. And, I mean, the average age of a gamer today is probably fucking 35, so...
Well, yeah, kids don't play games anymore. That isn't Roblox or fucking Fortnite.
And unironically, that's fucking true. Like, young kids are just checked out of not just gaming, but entertainment in general these days. They're just not interested. And hey, who the heck can blame them? Entertainment hasn't exactly been doing great the last few decades. The only reason why we're still into it is because we grew up with amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it wasn't as amazing, we wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah. We still have memories of the days in which stuff was good.
Yeah, and now it's concerning to where the youth doesn't care about video games, so how's the gaming market gonna look in about 10 to 15 years?
It's going to take a downswing, unless the quality of the
ignorant
product significantly increases, and very, very quickly as well. But you know, something like this, if they aim it towards the adult market, could do very well. It does feel like a significant deviation from the usual, though, because this is so much darker than what Larian does. And the thing is, too, this is clearly not something they expected to happen. I think this was supposed to be just like their fucking yearly sacrifice or something. Because everyone was chilling, everyone was eating food, having a relaxed day, and the priest, too, drops his torch the moment this happens, as if he's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. It's like, I wonder if they just, oopsie, we accidentally picked a sacrifice that was being a host for a fucking daemon.
Yeah, we drew the wrong fucking runes on this one. This was not the intent.
It was the priest's first day. Everybody makes mistakes, guy.
Yeah. I gotta give him a little bit of room to fuck up. It's not like he summoned a chthonic demon that ate the entire village or anything. Except for
How did this happen? I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Or flip it around, maybe it's his last day. Damn, I was 2 days from retirement. Every
That's a
time
great
we've done
one.
this before, it's for show.
He's just a really old priest. He's like, oh, the Midsummer Festival. I've done it 100 times, but my eyesight's not what it used to be. What is this rune here? Is this Happy Harvest or Summon the Fuck Demons? I can't tell.
This was just
Oh
supposed
my
to be
God.
for show. This event is sponsored by Arby's. What the fuck?
Oh my god. It's like, okay, you know how people
You
like to quit
ignorant
their
slut.
jobs in like amazing fashions and sometimes gets arrested after it? Imagine this was just his way of quitting.
Ah. He didn't want to put up with this shit anymore.
Nope.
Fucking demon portal.
Service guarantee.
Goddamn peasants keep complaining that my magic is bullshit. I'll show them bullshit. Let's see them laugh when little Tina's become a flesh puppet for Satan. Fair enough. You showed them.
Oh,
But it looks cool. Like I'm excited now. Like if nothing else, this has definitely got the internet buzzing. There's no doubt about that.
yeah. I love all of the mixed reactions. It's fantastic. I seen one quote retweet say like, "Oh, I wonder how the far right fascist Nazis are gonna feel about this game being awoke." And it's like, yeah,
I saw
for sure.
that and I was kind of confused. Like, what do you mean? Like, if it's woke, okay, so the demon summoning cult is your side of the aisle? Okay, I don't mind. Because that was the thing with Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 definitely had, like, touches of wokeism, but they were mostly apparent in, like, the second and third chapter, which were quite evidently made by somebody else, it felt like.
Oh yeah, you could tell when Wizards of the Coast started butting in, because all of Act 1, like, damn near perfection, because that was just Alarian working on it. And then further along in development, Wizards of the Coast was like, hey, take some of our writers. They're probably just like, okay, it's part of the contract. And then we got Act 3.
Yeah, because all of a sudden there's tons of pink-haired dwarves all over the place, and it's such a clear divide when you enter Act 3, and then there's the qualitative differences where suddenly the game's buggy, now it's crashing all of a sudden, quests don't quite fire, it's like something weird happened there.
Yeah.
But I don't... Like, that's the thing, too. Like, people have gotten a bit, like, trigger-fingery and looking for woke, but there was nothing political in that whatsoever. Like, okay, a pagan cult did a pagan ritual, and they fucked up. Is this a dunk on, what, religion in general? I don't think the Catholic Church does demon sacrifices anymore.
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 I mean, listen, I'm sure they've tried to bring back Jesus. I mean, wouldn't you? Huh? But yeah, I think this will be quite cool. Let me catch up on a couple more. The Sandoom. Lum is delirious. Arch from her work accident. Ah, a heavy hit on the head from the smelting gear. I see. That makes sense. Mr. Bob, India does produce a lot of doctors and engineers. It doesn't mean they're qualified or knowledgeable or correct. That is true. You can theoretically print out a lot of diplomas. Shadow Fox for another 50. Thank you very much, sir. God, Me and My Buddy played God, Me and My Buddy. Holy shit, you know God?
Wow. Tell him I said hi. And sorry you disappointed him.
Yeah, no, seriously. Put in a God word. Played and beat DOS1. DOS1? DOS? So many times near Dragon Command's gameplay turned me off, and you get so many hard choices, especially around what happens during a war. Put this to anything that embarrasses Meow and Lum. Ah, milking farm. Perfect. And yes, Dragon Commander is so good. It really is. Because it gives you genuinely difficult choices where you're like, okay, it's not just like a plus minus 5 minus. It's like, okay, do you want to marry the ugly chick to get access to her daddy's factories to produce tanks for the war machine? Oh, it's so good. I have been falling behind. Why did you let this happen, Lum?
Because you tell me, shut up, Lum. I'm in the middle of saying something. Unless it's $50 or over, don't interrupt me. I'll get to it when I get to it. If they start disappearing, that's your fault. Yes.
All true, but my complaint still stands. Marine Alva, the game Star Wars Empire of War, Force of Corruption would be a better fit for the Warhammer 40,000 IP, not Total War. I mean, you're right. You're undisputably right. Yes, that kind of gameplay would have been better suited to a 40k game than the Total War formula, but, well, guess what? They don't care. This is what you're going to get, and eat dick. That is actually Creative Assembly's official stance on the matter, in case you were wondering. Santoom, flying cars? No, because people are stupid. Well, that is actually one good reason for why the government needs to own the air, because otherwise there is a real concern that people would be just like, okay, I'm going to go out and fly now, and the sky is just mine. Listen, we've seen what Indian truck drivers do on the road. Would you like to give them a flying car? Suddenly,
Yes,
everyone.
if I'm not there.
So long as they're
The-
another
the-
continent.
The shorts and the reels would be hysterical.
God, the amount of traffic accidents in India. Give them flying cars and it'll be like a scene out of Independence Day. Just shit raining from the sky. A Doman, based on what CA is showing for Total War 40k, will remove siege battles for street field battles, going way of nail battles, just my opinion, Dawn of War 4. I haven't heard anything about any city battles or anything like that yet. Naval battles, they're probably not going to do naval battles because, I mean, they stopped doing naval battles with what, Total War Attila, which was an expansion for Rome 2. Since then, they haven't even done it, so I'd be surprised. Talis Yanzangi, I say we go back to the old Lara, not this modern stuff, when we're going to see you play Phasmophobia.
I have lost.
Did I miss that stream? I think I streamed it with Femboy Kib way back in the day. It was scary. I didn't like it. Beyond Tire, hope you're all doing well, everyone, and I'm putting this into a vampire fund for us to play. Maranga 2, at our Christmas work function, my Maori boss got drunk and started ranting about BlackRock. Oh, and then YouTube chats.
Hell yeah.
Then YouTube blacks? YouTube crashes. There we go. Suspicious.
Based.
BlackRock, Vanguard, and Globalist. As I've said before, your average Maori is far closer to us than people realize. And previous super, and this for bolt action digital with Lumi, Witcher, and Phoenix Point. Ranga 2, thank you very much, sir. Enigma, will Studio FOW make vid of this Lara? Okay. I am possessed of cursed knowledge in this regard. I know Lum has heard of it, but Wizard, have you heard about an animation project called Lara with Horse?
I could assume where this is going, and I'm gonna hope you say no.
No, you're entirely correct. You know where this is going.
It's a tutorial on how to file your taxes, right? That's what this is.
So long as they're filed rectally, yes. But indeed, the man behind the tax filing simulator, Lara with Horse, has made a second game this time, which has Lara in the jungle, surrounded by all kinds of very friendly animals and ancient stone statues with suspiciously large, centrally mounted plinths. So, yeah. Now you know, chat. Now you know.
Oh boy.
The Summer Viking, wasn't Lara Croft a feminist icon back in the day, which is show the front cover of magazines? Well, yeah, because remember, initially, Lara Croft was representation. But then, as usual, the eternal pendulum ground further to the left, and then she became oppressive instead. Unfortunate, yet also eminently predictable. Enigma, ever seen the video of AI playing Tomb Raider as Lara Croft? I have not. As in the AI playing Lara Croft, or the AI making Lara Croft? Mechanics on duty, speaking of dancing monkeys, where's that second Darkwood playthrough, Lum Lum? Yeah, Lum Lum.
Sometime in the future.
Such a lazy, non-committal response from the fish there.
Hey, leave me alone. I work a job.
Yeah, but if you'd
Nice.
play more Darkwoods, you wouldn't have to.
I like my job. It's like I chose to go get a job because I was getting too bored at home and I wanted more money. So I went and got a job.
Ah, greed, the eternal motivator of the Lum.
Yes. I
Average
like money.
Estonian.
I like being able to pay my bills. Leave me alone.
Ah, I am 30 minutes late, so Miss Lumi, along with Wizards, and choose where the fun go. All right, Lum
Got on
Lum.
board 3.
Lum Lum needs to go back in the cum jar.
Oh
Good God.
no! Didn't you get sent the jar picture, but you're in the jar? I know it was sent to you.
I don't think so. I might have
No,
I might
I
have
know it
ignored
was
it
sent to
and
you.
or repressed it.
Yes, you were in the jar, and me and Mal was holding.
This weird obsession that you've developed with the jar is disturbing to me in the extreme.
My weird obsession.
Huh.
What do you mean, my weird obsession? You're the one that put me in a jar with Mal the past 2 weeks.
Well, technically, it's more like Mal put you in that jar with Mal. I was a silent observer to most of this.
Arch, who's the one streaming? And whose OBS is it?
I mean, true. All of this is true, but
No.
it was
No, but-
Mal's
I have
jar.
lost. Shit.
You put me in it.
It was Mal's jar.
And you put me in it.
It was Mal's jar.
There's no getting out of this, Arch.
There is. I just continue on with the super chats. Deadpool Kid 12. Male fancy. White picket fence with a cottage farm of harem-loving short-stack tomboy goth girls. All at the same time, I presume. Female fancy. Tentacles, horses, balls, grapes, and torture. Lumi fancy. Feet.
Ew.
Lumi loves feet
Are
for
you
$5.
ready to
Thank
wreck
you.
this yellow
Hey,
mare's
Larch, please
fluttery,
remember, Tomb
fluttery
Raider is being
butt?
developed by Amazon and modern writers programmers. Keep hopes low till after reviews. Also, Booba's too small. You are correct, sir. Booba's too small. That is a correct assessment. Neighbor, we need Lara Croft, Graham Hancock team up. Do we? Do we really?
Really?
Yeah, I'm not convinced about this either, honestly. That seems not necessarily desirable. Fox 2300, Blood Rain, Salmas, and Lara Croft of the video game Hot Girls. OG video game Hot Girls, correct? Typical kid, I'm skeptical about this Tomb Raider. Remember what Sun Tzu said? Don't be fooled by the boobs. I mean, they're barely there. How can I be fooled by them? They do not have the power to mislead me.
Ignorant slut.
Man to the Road, Hello Art, and Lumian guess the expectation of the Western gaming industry make a good game is very low. We need to clean out the wokeness and get back to the roots. Dawn of War 3 fund. I mean, I agree, but I think we are getting there. Like, I definitely think we are heading in something that at least resembles the right direction. It's just that the studios, because the studios can't just randomly throw off wokeism completely because they're afraid of losing their market, and so they're going to just very carefully just slowly sidle over in our direction, and one day they'll be like, oh, how did we end up here? Wow, how strange. Luminov's feet. In older games, the visuals of the woman did not have a high correlation with the quality of a game. Since gaming started, it's been a very good rule of thumb. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so back in the day again, a hot woman was actually a sign that the game might suck. Absurd though that might sound.
Those were the days.
Yes, those were the days, because we had too many good games, and the companies that didn't quite manage to live up to the enormous standards were like, okay, how do we get someone to play our game? How about we just try tits? Fair enough.
Sold.
And sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't. Yeah, there were good games still, like, was the No One Lives Forever, the spy game? That one was really good. Blood Rain was not necessarily a good video game, but remains a cult classic, despite its various significant shortcomings. And heavy metal. Heavy metal was great too, in its own special and retarded way. Tanushi, just how many times are they going to reboot Divinity? They had the OGs, Divinity, Echo Draconis, Dragon Commander, Original Sin, and now this. Well, listen. They might have reused the Divinity title a pinch too often, but at least it's better than them going like, oh yes, Divinity 7. I've grown allergic to games with large numbers after them. Don't like them. Don't like them one bit.
Also, weren't the other Divinity games separate from Original Sin? Like, even just tangentially separate from each other?
They were. Like, they're sort of, kind of supposed to be in the same universe, but they're not really in the same universe. Like, they bear tangential similarities to one another, and that's about as close as it gets. Tanushi, new Lumi lore unlocked. She gets worked up at the sight of lovely women crying, yet she hasn't considered having a mirror when streaming with Barch. That's right, Lum Lum. Why haven't you done that?
I don't cry on stream with you, unless I'm faking it.
There you go. Unless she's
Yikes.
faking it.
Yeah.
And Alex
Burst the
Anderson.
bubble of a lot of people.
I'm late. Lumi does enjoy letting autistics talk at her. I'm one of them. Lumi's a sponge that absorbs Peninsular War lore. So it has reaction fund. Wow, that is a sponge that absorbs it. Okay. Lum Lum.
It's been a while. It has been a few months since Alex last yapped at me about the Napoleonic Wars.
Mm-hmm. I see. Lum Lum, who were the primary combatants in the Peninsular War?
Or fuck.
Just the countries will do.
Shit. Alex is gonna be so mad at me because he forgot. Let's see. If I remember correctly from where we were at while we were watching Sharp. Wasn't Spain a little involved there? Britain.
Spain was a little involved, correct? England
Britain
too.
And France.
France. Good boy.
Not a boy.
That is correct, Lum Lum. You got it right. It just
Yay!
required a little bit of reaching back into the old memory vaults.
Yes. Recently, Alex has been talking at me about World War II armaments and uniforms.
Who were the main bad guys of the Second World War?
I don't know, what perspective are you talking from, Arch? Because there's the Axis powers, which is Germany, Italy, and Japan. And then there was the Allies, which was mostly Russia, France, let's see, who else is in there? America way later. And literally
I have
just
lost.
the rest of the world.
Shit.
It was the rest of the world versus the Axis. Granted, wasn't Poland bullied a bit by being a ally state to Germany? And then eventually they were just kind of like, you know what? We don't want to anymore.
Ah, yes, Poland, the long ally of the German Reich.
Was it Poland or was it I forgot what smaller countries were bullied by the Germans until they were like, we don't want to be bullied anymore.
What country wasn't bullied by the Germans? And what country didn't deserve it, to be fair?
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
I think they all deserved it.
Poland was the reason why the UK got involved? I see.
Shadow Fox, Lum Lum, if you hit Frogan in the head with a microphone, you would hear a dull echo.
Ha!
Cruel and unusual. Martinez, Lum, how would it be feeling right now if you did have breakfast this morning?
A little less violent towards women, especially ugly women crying.
That's nice to know. All right, let's talk about the big one then, I guess. A Total War Warhammer 40,000 announcement.
I heard you were so excited for it.
I really am not. And I'm kind of confused why people are. I think I need to make a video on this, basically like asking why people are excited, because I think if a lot of people really like dig down into the why, they'll start going, why am I excited for this?
I forgot, was it Total Warhammer or was it Dawn of War 4 where they said, "Oh my god, and you guys get to play as a Primarch in this game."
Dawn of War 4 is the one that is going to be introducing Primarchs into the mix.
What Primarch do you think they're going to have be the
Service
playable
guarantees
monarch?
citizenship.
Oh, they've already announced it. It's Lionel Johnson of the Dark Angels.
Lionel Johnson.
Yep. Lion
You know
himself.
what? When I heard them say playable Primarch, I just instantly thought of the meme Primarch, and that's Vulcan.
Vulcan is a little shit. That's true. Right, let's take the risk of the copyright claim that is near always happens when you play marketing trailers on YouTube these days.
I think when
sucks.
it
It's a
involves
mess.
Games Workshop, I think it's just them targeting you because they hate you.
No, it's everything. Like I've played like DC trailers online, like just if you do marketing trailer, like Wizard, you probably had this too, right? Where you just watch a trailer, literal marketing material, and you get strikes for it.
I have a hypothesis that they put in like classic rock music and pop music specifically to get us, because that is the easiest way to get hit, is when they play
100%.
something and it's not original music. And I'm like, I can't even appreciate the trailer, but also the value of like classic rock to me has been degraded because of trailer slop. I'm so sick of it.
True.
It's so stupid. But it's like with some music stuff, I'm happy that once in a while when YouTube is ever so kind, they're just like, "Hey, do you want to just erase the music section?" And then it just erases the music, but then it keeps all the other effects and shit.
Yeah, to be fair, that is actually one nice piece of AI automation where it's like, hey, we've dinged you for 5 seconds of this random track. Would you just like to take it out? Yes. Thank you.
Warner Brothers for me is the worst. Universal is really bad. Disney usually lets it slide unless they want to take your video down entirely, which they did to me one time. That sucked. They copyright claimed and took down the video. It wasn't like a strike or anything. It was just like, yeah, no one can watch this because you're tearing the shit out of this Lilo and Stitch movie.
Yep.
I thought that was really funny.
The Lilo and Stitch movie deserved it, though.
It did. It did. That movie was awful.
Man, who cares about Ohana meeting family? Get this fucking kid away from me. I want to go to college.
I want to be a strong woman and go to college and get rid of this girl.
I want to be a marine biologist on the mainland. Why do I want to learn how to be a marine biologist here in fucking Hawaii?
She walks. I get autistic on this shit. If you watch the movie and if you know the Stitch lore, that I saw the original in theaters, the further Stitch goes in water, the further he descends in water, he turns into a boulder. The further he sinks, the worse he becomes. His density is worse than humans. So for this movie, they established that. And part of the finale is Nani walks the ocean floor carrying Stitch, who at that point should be a boulder. You cannot move him. But, strong female marine biologist that can walk on the bottom of the ocean.
I think we should have just left it as, we just had the Lilo and Stitch TV show where we got to see the other experiments escape. That was
The
that show was
Cousins.
fucking peak. Oh, I
Yeah.
loved it.
So to answer your question, Arch, fuck these companies.
Yeah, honestly, fuck these companies.
Always.
But also, just because you're on the topic of Lilo and Stitch, did you see the Lilo and Stitch anime?
No, I didn't know there was an
Oh.
anime.
Yeah, there's an anime adaptation of Lilo and Stitch where Lilo is a bit older and Stitch is just like, just hanging out with other kids and stuff.
Service
I think
guarantees
Lilo's like college
citizenship.
age.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I gotta look into this.
Yeah, it's like how there was a Powerpuff Girls anime.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's just called Stitch from 2008 to 2015. There's 4 seasons.
The more you know.
That's awesome.
Right, let's suffer through this trailer then.
In the grim darkness of the far future, every soul's survival hangs by a thread.
Right, so right off the bat too, I want to point out that quote is, "In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war." Which for some reason they decided to not do here, which is mild intriguing, in the same way that they decided to remove the word gun from the Space Marine law.
What?
Weird. Oh yeah, they did an update recently where they removed the word gun from Space Marine law blurb, just because.
Why? What are they now
Because.
called? Pea shooters?
Well, they're trying to cuddle up to Amazon. They're like, "Amazon, Daddy, buy me, please." And Amazon removed all of the guns from James Bond a while ago, so apparently they've got a problem with firearms.
What?
Mankind is beset by endless tides of aliens, traitors, and demons.
To be fair, that was funny. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Across countless worlds, battles rage. Lead your armies. Conquer worlds. Fight on as the galaxy burns. For there is no peace amongst the stars. There is only war.
There we go. At least they did the quote at the end. And
Okay,
then there's
so
a little
what-
bit of gameplay footage at the end. It's like it's
Okay.
99% just cinematic trailer nonsense, but there's a little bit here.
I think a lot of the normie audience was hyped about it until they seen what kind of gameplay it is, and they're gonna be like, I'll play it.
It's like I've seen a lot of people basically say that, why does this just look like Dawn of War? And yeah, it does look a lot like Dawn of War. And a lot of people are wondering why they're releasing this game in basically the same release window as Dawn of War. Who knows?
Sega's the publisher. Interesting.
Oh yeah, Creative Assembly is under Sega. They've been under them for ages now.
Oh, I see. And also, like, okay, because I've never played any Total War or Dawn of War game. What's the difference in the gameplay between them? Because I know Dawn of War is the strategy game, right? Where you have the tiles and you have them, like, fight each other and shit.
They are indeed both strategy games. That's correct.
Oh.
The difference is mainly in scale and how you play. So Total War has a mix of grand strategy in there, along with the tactical battles, whereas Dawn of War is just pure competitive strategy, straight up, with a far smaller unit count, or model count, really, because, well, one of the things that we noticed in the current crop of screenshots is there's only 12 units in the army here. Now, that could just be for demonstrative purposes, but you notice there are 3 portraits in a row. So if you fill that out to 20 units, which is the usual max in Total War game, you end up with 1 box hole at the bottom, which would be weird. Now, if you double it to 40 units, then you kind of fill out the row. So it'd be nice if you could have 40 units per army, but I'll believe that when I see it, I guess.
Do you think with their engine they would be able to handle that many on screen at a time?
Well, there's also the confusion about whether or not this is in the new engine or the old engine, because there's been like rumors and speculations flying back and forth about whether this is the new one or the old one, and the developers have been like weirdly evasive when talking about it. Like, they've mentioned like, oh, we needed to get the new engine to last another 10 years. And like, okay, but, and there's, oh, but we have a new engine now. Like, okay, is this the new engine? Is this the old engine? I genuinely don't know.
Oh, Fuzzybeard said they confirmed the new engine.
Okay. That is nice.
Well, that's exciting.
They definitely did need a new engine. Badly. That does lift my hopes at least a little bit, because, yeah, that was badly needed. That was badly needed. But all in all, like, it looks... I don't like the UI at all. I don't like the presentation. I really don't like the look of the battles, because look at the map in particular, down in the bottom right corner there. This is classic Total War problem, where all of the units just clump together in one portion of the map and then just beat each other over the head until one side emerges victorious. It's... Yeah, go on.
I know I was told by one of my resident autistics, Sid, that these games usually have a really bad issue with ranged combat. And the AI sucks.
Yes. And that's a bit sad, because I imagine what they will do is they'll probably just cop out and go like, okay, yeah, ranged combat is a thing, but most of the units have an effective range of like 50 fucking yards, if you're lucky. And beyond that, they're just not going to shoot. So you're going to have these closely ranged choke points, etc. Because here you've got like ranged units icon. You've got Imperial Guard with las guns just standing behind one another. Can they shoot? Do they just shoot through the friendly units? What do they do? Are they going to start lobbing las gun rounds? It definitely does bring skepticism to my heart. How about you, Wizard? You a Total War fan?
The last one I played was Total War Rome.
Rome, classic.
I've been out of the loop for a while on these, but I like watching gameplay. I just haven't played any of them.
Ignorant slut.
I was a fan of watching with the rats in the Total War Warhammer game. When that got announced, that was a pretty big deal with a lot of my friends.
Skaven Skaven not cute.
The Skaven. Yeah, I usually say Skaven, and then they yell at me. It's like, that's not how you say it. I'm like, yeah.
That's true. It's not how you say it.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching Arch play Total Warhammer and his little Skaven army, and I'm like, oh, look at them go. Oh, they're all dead now.
That's what Skaven do. They die.
It's like the last time I played Warhammer, or every time I've played Warhammer, it's because like they're usually the bad guys we're playing against, and it's a lot of fun.
Skavens are cute little fellas.
They're an excellent enemy because they're unironically evil and they die easy.
It's like Arch because of you. I started looking in, wanting to learn more about the Great Horned Rat, and I'm like, God damn it! So this is how the Skaven propaganda starts taking over my life.
How it begins.
They do have an army painter, at least, which is nice. And they have confirmed that there'll be army painter options for the various factions. I wonder how much of it will be DLC. And also, quite interestingly, you may notice here we have a black space marine and a white space marine. So apparently we'll be able to choose their skin color too, which is very much so appropriate for modern day 40k. Hell, I don't even mind. It's one of those things where the same with the splash art they've got, where there's a suspiciously strong and independent Cadian woman up here fighting the orc war boss with her fucking las pistol.
It looks like she's about to miss the orc and hit the dude with the wings.
Like, no matter who she shoots at here, the last pistol is going to achieve absolutely, literally nothing. This is personally why I find it so adorable.
Do you think they'll have the other Chaos factions as paid DLC? We'll get orcs on release,
Didn't they announce
and then
that?
you have to pay for the Eldar or the Tau.
So
Didn't they say Chaos is like first DLC?
Yeah. The factions they have is Space Marines, obviously, Imperial Guard, Eldar, and Orc. Fairly classic lineup. And everything else is going to be $20. At least.
Pay up.
So, yeah. And the thing is, too, this is going to be the exact same thing with Total War Warhammer. There's going to be a Total War Warhammer 40k 2 for another $60, which is going to gatekeep another set of DLC content that you'll have to have if you want to have the complete game experience. This will be just as milky, if not more so, because remember, now they've got an army painter. Wow, I wonder if all of the cosmetics will be free.
Not a chance in hell.
Not a fucking chance. They're going to be selling like DLC packs, which gives you like, 'cause look at the Ultramarines. You note how the Ultramarines are way more ornate. Like they've got the special belt, they've got the special little helmet, etc., a special little gun. They're going to sell like all of this. They're going to sell like custom packs to make them Imperial Fists, to make them Space Wolves, to make them Blood Angels. They're going to sell Death Corps of Krieg, Elysian Drop Troopers, everything. This is going to be like one of the most fucking predatory microtransaction games ever. And you know what? In theory, I'm even fine with that. If it's a good game, I'm happy to pay for making my guys into like the special chapter I want them to be. But it's Creative Assembly, and we know how they make DLC by now.
You know, people are going to just chill this game and say that it's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Oh, they already are. Creative Assembly have already had the known shills in their studio playing like an alpha version of the game to guarantee that they will give it all of the ass lickies that it could possibly desire. As everyone is very positive to this now, and I don't see why. Like, you know the range combat is gonna suck.
Trick or treat.
You know the maps are going to be tiny. You know the AI is still going to clump in the exact same way of every Total War game. Like, what exactly is it here that makes people go like, oh, this is going to be great? I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Smaller battles, faster battles for their Zoomer audience mind.
And with a little bit of added diversity to boot.
Yeah.
Also, this seems to just coincidentally be the only black Cadian in her regiment somehow. Oh well. Oh well. Business as fucking usual, I suppose. Highly skeptical. Highly skeptical. If it comes out and it's great, then fantastic. You know, the worst case scenario for me is game comes out, game is good, and I have to say, okay, I was wrong. Fantastic. And if it comes out and it turns out that I am right, just like I was with Dawn of War 3, well, I will be mildly insufferable for a short period of time. Win-win.
What do you guys think that this was supposed to? Well, not supposed to be, but the rumors have been floating around for a long time that we were going to get a Total War Star Wars. And do you think that's ever going to happen?
Probably not, because Star Wars is currently having a lot of problems staying relevant. Basically, it's not doing great in many regards, and if Disney knows that 40K is kind of positioning itself to be the next big science fiction thing. So if they were to give 40K Star Wars, like the license to it, they'd basically just be giving Games Workshop additional exposure and advantage over themselves. I don't think Disney's going to do that.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
I'd be very surprised, because I'm pretty sure they see GW as a competitor at this point. Even if not, like, they don't see them as like probably a serious one in the main marketplace, but they know it's the new science fiction thing.
Right.
I wouldn't have been surprised with Lord of the Rings. Especially the movie
that would be
rights.
awesome.
Yes, it would. Because WB is, of course, not doing very great right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they would have decided to throw the game out there and be like, okay, we really need the money. Does anyone want to buy the license for this these movie things here? Maybe?
Man, I would love to have another Shadow of War game where we could have the Nemesis system back, or at least release the Nemesis system from the goddamn patent hell that it's in.
No,
Wow.
You can't. It's my IP to sit on and do nothing with.
Yes, correct. You can't have it, Lumlum. It's not for you.
Share the Nemesis system, please.
It is
You know
for the
what's sad
enormous
is-
bloated copyright vault.
I played both of those games recently to 100% completion. So I platinum both of them. That Nemesis system was just scratching the surface where it's at.
Mhm.
It was barely out of like beta of what it could become. And they just like, nope, we're done with it. Put it in the lockbox. We're never going to use it again. Like, especially with AI, if you were to with the way that AI works and using a system like that, oh my gosh, you can create incredible experiences.
Oh, yeah. Like the Nemesis system with AI would unlock possibilities for storytelling that we can barely even dream of. And remember,
Yeah.
the Nemesis system is only half of the pie here, right? Because that evolves your enemies and their relationship with you and how you manipulate them. This could just as easily be turned into a companion system, where you have actually living, breathing companions with opinions of you that remember your stories together, your adventures, comments on them, that builds a rapport. The possibilities are fucking endless, and that is exactly why WB is going to bury it in the deepest, darkest vault they can, because they know they don't have the talent to do it, and they're going to make fucking sure nobody else has a chance either.
It's
The optics is very
bullshit.
funny.
It's like, I know this would only ever happen in a perfect world, but honestly, it should be similar to like when you have IP rights for something and you have to make a movie or a show every X amount of years, otherwise you lose the IP. It should be like that with game systems or patents that someone's trying to hold hostage. Don't do anything with it for X amount of time, goes public.
Yeah. Or preferably, honestly, I would just go like, no, you don't get to patent game mechanics. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Looks at fucking Pokemon Company. And then I can already hear Dev defending it.
So we have a game. You capture monsters by entrapping them in these like balls, then you use them to fight each other. Like Nintendo, we own that. Oh, okay. Right, well, that's not the... I've got another core game mechanic where you ride a creature and you fly it around. We own that too. Oh. Yeah, like, you shouldn't be like, okay, there are already certain rules where you can't copyright, like, I don't remember the exact wording, but there are certain things you can't copyright. Like, for example, playing the game in a certain way, like using dice. Like, you can't copyright using dice in your video game. I really would like it if this was just the same thing. Like, no, this is a game mechanic. It's free to everybody. It's a theoretical thing. You can't claim to own the concept of making enemies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where like a lot of board game rules can't be like copyright claimed. And yet we still have things like, and no, I'm no lawyer. I'm just a fake wizard, but you know, you look at like Wizards of the Coast and their whole OGL debacle that happened a few years ago, and a lot of that was just tied down to creative ideas. It had little to do with game mechanics. It had everything to do with like the creativity that people would have, and that's because most of role playing and most of those mechanics cannot be copyrighted.
Yeah. And it's like, I find this interesting because a YouTuber that I watch that likes to look at contracts and everything for fun, like a psychopath, was actually looking at the OGL that Darrington Press, the publisher for Critical Role and stuff, put out
Yeah.
for Daggerheart, and it's very similar to the OGL that people were bitching at WotC about.
Well, the thing is, the Wizards of the Coast's original idea was, okay, this is a game for everybody, right? We want everybody to do it, want everybody to use it, to spread the word, make it cool, make it good. We want this to become popular. But then it became popular, and they were suddenly like, oh, well, shit, no. This is not yours anymore. This is mine exclusively now. What do you mean you own a slice of this? No. Mine now. Greed, basically. Like, they were done reaping the benefits, and now they wanted all of it. And Critical Role, I hate the fact that I hate the popularity of Critical Role, because they're doing most of the same things that D&D are doing, in most of the same ways, except they have a better PR team.
Yeah. I think on the Critical Role topic, I mean, their whole approach, how it has changed over time, it's fascinating business. I like, you know, like Lumi, you were saying that people read like contracts. I am like that with following business and marketing strategy. And what Critical Role has done, it deserves to go in a textbook of where they started from and where they are now. Like that, they should be teaching that in schools. It is extremely impressive. If you watch their show, and I've said this years ago, and I got death threats for it from like the RPG community. I said Critical Role is faked. It's not a real game. Like, they're not playing a game. They're putting on a show. Like they don't need to know exactly what's happening, but they know enough going into each setting to be able to play it out so it is an entertaining show. It's not
Yeah.
just playing a game to play the game. And they're doing that because it's a friggin' business. And then that has spun off into these books, and it is just extremely impressive. I mean, yeah, sure, their OGL rules are not exactly consumer friendly, just like everything Wizards of the Coast continues to do, but it is fascinating business. Whether you like their politics or you like them at all, it's good business.
Yeah, and it's like another thing that Critical Role is actually getting a lot of heat for is their exclusive platform for their shows and other stuff not being used and still being a super buggy website, because I forgot how much they're charging per month, but basically they want to move their audience from Twitch and YouTube to their video streaming platform.
Yeah,
And
Beacon.
yeah, Beacon. And as of right now, they're not doing anything to keep people over there to pay that extra money just to watch their shows, because they're not doing any of their mini series that they did on YouTube a while ago. They're not doing anything interesting like they used to do. They're just like, yeah, come to our site. What do you have to offer? Nothing.
It's a tale as old as time. When something becomes popular, it pretty much always becomes less and less consumer friendly every step of the way.
Yeah, it's like I still find it funny that literally everybody else but them are starting to move their content over to Daggerheart, and they're doing their newest campaign and still in D&D.
So I started watching Campaign 4. I don't actually I don't even watch it, but so I've been developing my own RPG game since 2023 on and off, and most recently I had that itch to look into it again. And just in passing, I just put on Critical Role. Now I've never been able to watch their shows before because Matt Mercer is not the kind of guy I could passively listen to. I can't keep up when he's the DM. But they got Brendan Lee Mulligan on, and just, passively listening to it. I'm not watching it. It's like 4 or 5 hours long. I got shit to do. And this guy's brilliant. I like, no hate. Brendan Lee Mulligan is a brilliant performer to keep your attention and keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. It's fascinating. And so playing on that, what you just said, I believe they are not playing Daggerheart because all of the viewers understand D&D rules. They understand calling for initiative and rolling skill checks and how the spells work. The spells are recognizable. No one knows Daggerheart. Daggerheart isn't big. And
it's like we got confirmation that they're sticking with D&D because one, Brandon Lee Mulligan is just there as a guest DM for this this campaign, and he doesn't know how the Daggerheart system works, and they swear for real on the next one for sure 100% wink wink that they will do Daggerheart when Matt is done writing whatever the heck he's writing. But
I think it hurts views.
Oh yeah, it's going to hurt views for a while because they're about to realize that people just stuck around for D&D. A lot of people are going to leave once they switch over to Daggerheart. But Daggerheart has been very profitable in terms of sales. Like, they've sold a lot more than the new 2024 edition of D&D.
That's good for them. It's I mean, if you can do making profit in the gaming world is Warhammer can do it, and D&D can do it sometimes, but everybody else, good luck. It is extraordinarily difficult to break into, and seeing them pull it off is, like I said, that's what I was saying before. It's like they should be studied. Critical Role, whether you like them or not, or who they are, their business, they got good business, and they know how to wrangle an audience and really lock in addicted, like scarily addicted people. From time to time, because I do a lot of work with Comic-Cons, like in my IRL, and so I ended up with New York Comic-Con over the past few years, and every time that they appear at New York Comic-Con, they sell out autographs instantaneously. The
Yeah,
moment that goes on sale, you may have headliners and John Cena's and Hayden Christensen's, and no. Those don't sell out like Critical Role people do, and it's instantly. I think they have bots, but they don't. It's real people.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like I've never really listened to any of their campaigns. Mooseman likes their campaigns. The only one that I've been the first campaign that I've ever listened to. Oh my god, this is going to inflate Arch's way too much. Is the vampire campaign that he did in 2019? I'm still listening to it, and
yeah.
it's so fun to listen to. It's like for the few episodes that V was in that one, he was funny as hell. I didn't know that you could use Dominate to solve all of your problems. And I do enjoy the little bits from Sargon where it's just like, oh, well, somebody's going to report on how I'm role-playing as a Nazi type of shit. And I've been learning I need to take detailed notes, otherwise Arch will gaslight me.
I will. But that is right. We're going to do the new RP, and it's going to have to be popular and big and profitable. So, Lum, every RP episode that earns less than, let's say, $500, that's your responsibility. And Lum will have to be flogged.
Huh? But
in public.
Why? Why?
What do you mean, why?
Throwing tomatoes.
But
There's no why,
I don't know
Lum.
if we'll make that much, but I have a cute vampire girl that I got designed. I like her very much, and I even her second outfit. I was like, oh, Arch likes this one, so she'll get drawn in this one too.
There will be ample bullying opportunities, chat. I'm even thinking of doing a system where chat can vote on how to bully them. It'll be lovely.
That's
just nice. I agree, Lum. It's very nice.
Where do you find the old RP? You lost track of where it is ages ago? I will link the playlist because as much as you guys don't like Dev, he has the entire thing archived on his archive channel. So I will get that for you guys and link it in chat momentarily.
Disgusting. All right, let me do a few more super chats, and then we can move on with a couple more Game Award announcements. Average Estonian, what a shocker! People with actual personalities on YouTube get donos on livestream. Wow, like Arch, Lum, So Wizard, etc. Wow, here, take my money. That's true, you give me money. You could have given that to Frogan, but you chose not to. Thank you. On behalf of myself and all other living beings, thank you. That money could have gone to encouraging Frogan's career on YouTube. You have spared us all tremendous suffering. Mercenary X81, Lum Dogsuit. Let me have you seen the fan edit of the R scene from RoboCop. Only turned up to 11. I'll send you the link on Discord. It's funny. And Dogsuit, did you see the Ogrin in the trailer? I did not see the Ogrin in the trailer. There's an Ogrin in the trailer? So, John, Lum, Cyan Brain was recently released. Cyan? You'll like it. Side-scrolling shoot 'em up. Great art. Revengeance. Unreal Themes Point. Gears Tactic 1. And Shadowfox, this is why you don't fuck with sources. It's like the warp. And I mean, if you look into the lore in the Divinity series, it's a whole pretty damn dark. It is. Like, the lore is quite gruesome, actually. But usually in the actual game, they don't rub your face in it, They don't kill the child and then like, look, guts. It's more just they describe the killing of the child. Like, we did kill the child, but off screen, mostly. Martinez, which sounds better, the new Divinity game or the upcoming game from Rebel Wolves? Wolves? I don't think I've even heard of that. Segrin Moore, if a global population collapse does happen, there may be a period where adult games are more common as there are no teens left to appeal to. Wow. That sounds like a paradise for 10 years, and then when we're all retired, looking down for the people supposed to be paying our medical bills and they're not working, then it'll be less appealing, I guess. Follow me. Oh, divinity might be lighthearted sometimes, but beneath that, the law gets brutal at times. What's the fun status? Worm Revengeance and Vampire the Masquerade Redemption. VTM Redemption is at 150 right now. Slowly growing up there. Dreadix Legion. No, YouTube, stop doing the thing. Stop doing the thing. You know I hate the thing. YouTube, fix your memory leak issues. Before you update the UI for the umpteenth time, fix the memory issues. What do you guys think of Chronicles Medieval and Vor de Coon? I haven't. I've seen Chronicles Medieval, I think. But I have never played them, so I don't really have that much of an opinion, unfortunately. Either of you?
No.
Are you ready to rut this yellow mare's fluttery buttery butt?
What's an opinion?
It is something you occasionally pull right out of your ass.
You know what? Fair. I have many opinions, but I can't formulate them right now because I just can't narrow it down to one.
Most nicely one. Dot suit. Of course, I want to give the Indians flying cars. It'd be like Armageddon. I want to watch the fireworks. It'd be glorious. And Brandon, for a very generous 50, thank you. To get in the holiday spirit, Arch, play Illegals in My Yard by Matt Rogers. Illegals in My Yard. You know, just like with Lara and Horse, I feel like I can guess what this might be about. And I feel also like YouTube might not appreciate it. Just a theory. Like a star, thoroughly enjoyed the Avatar video. I hate lazy creatives who want their story but negate all interesting ideas through meta, shallow authorial intent. Yes. Shadow Fox, I think the real reason Lum chose that job was to look at sweaty men's feet. That's true. It is her job to clean all of them afterwards, after all.
No!
It is disgusting. But such is life sometimes. And Shadow Fox, and put all my chats to something that will embarrass Meow and Lum. I shall do that. A milking farm is growing quickly.
And no one, I know it embarrassed me so much. I have to watch Arch play Dawn of War 3. Oh, please don't fund it.
Wizard, have you happened to have any relationship with the wonderful book series Milking Farm?
No, please, not another one. Stop it. Stop it.
Only your coverage of it.
Ah. Well, that's really the best part of Milking Farm, so pretty good.
I have a philosophy of that, and an evolving philosophy, because I think it's really funny. You know, the same people who, or a percentage of the same people who hate super attractive Lara Croft or Eve from Stellar Blade. Some of the people that hate that love Milking Farm, and I think that's really strange that there's such a polarizing divide there, and I don't quite know how else to describe it, but it's like surpassing a political thing. and it's like I just think it's kind of a hatred for men in some way. And I can't, like I said, it's an evolving thing. I haven't quite figured out entirely yet, but it's funny. The people who love that hate what men like, and that's odd.
Oh, it's definitely a lot to do with the concept of safe horny, where this is their fetish, and therefore it's okay. And they will come up with political reasons to justify why it is okay. And it will all be based in power and privilege and male domination and the patriarchy, etc. Which is why there is that scene in Milking Farm where the Minotaur goes on a lengthy feminist rant like, I'm just taking you out because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm such a good feminist, but I would never ask anything of you. And he speaks the word, he recites the hymn, and then the woman is allowed through this repudiation of her sins to go, I want to suck cow cock now.
Man.
And also Arch, because I forgot which book that we had to read. Are we skipping to book 3 with the werewolf for Mal, or are we just going to book 2 with the Mothman?
We are doing breeding clinic first because Mal cried and begged for it.
Okay.
Literally sobbing. It was embarrassing.
I see. Understandable.
Yep.
Maybe that's why she's getting writer's block. It's because she's focusing on the werewolves.
Yeah, the werewolves. Literally crying, screaming, don't take the knot from me. It was weird, but I'm getting used to it. Liminal Sheet, Lum motivated by money, yet won't finish Pirates. Wow.
I am going to finish Pirates.
Look at this. There are people here who are desperate to give you money, Lum, who wish to support your dubious life choices as a steel-working VTuber. And you won't let them. 12 Doug, Divinity is the title of the universe, but every game is set in a different region and time, which means only races and race politics are the same. Lumi loves feet. Original Lara had 36 DD batteries. Modern day is down to 36 B batteries. I hate YouTube censorship. Dawn of War 3, full super still Lum plays pirates. $17. Thank you for summarizing. But fuck you for Dawn of War 3. May your testicles be crushed upon the nearest anvil post-haste. And heat-seeking, but where the 40-crave equivalent of Grogu is closer than we think, I wouldn't be fucking surprised. Oh, speaking of masturbating.
What? Oh, right! I was
Either of
watching
you
the
see
trailer
this
for
game?
that, and it's actually
What the
pretty
fuck?
interesting.
Yeah, so I love the way they've worded a Chinese game series, a trailer for their new anti-Japanese war game.
It's like, okay, honestly, Universal News, they frame that in like the worst fucking way possible. It's
Yes.
about different Chinese fights between, what was it? Let's see, 14 years of flames that went through World War II is what, 1937 to 1953 or something like that?
Yeah, like it's about the Second World War and the preceding war, the Sino-Japanese War, basically. But they frame this in such a beautiful way. We're just like, yeah, it's a war game about the Chinese war against the Japanese, just in general. And the thing is, you know what? That's actually probably correct. Listen, this is one of those things that requires a certain knowledge about China and their history with the Japanese to fully fathom, but you don't understand the fucking enormous, thunderous, twitching hate boner the Chinese have for the Japanese. It is incredible. They produce like several TV shows and movies every year just fetishizing the war against the Japanese, where the Japanese act in like the most hilariously, sadistically, absurdly evil way possible, and then get brutally murdered by the heroic Chinese. This is just like a massive Chinese fetish fantasy.
what's bad is this trailer actually looks pretty good, but you know what? After the Perfect Dark debacle that we had earlier this year, I just don't trust trailers anymore. So this trailer, I mean, the action looks pretty good, but it's like, is this a vertical slice or is this actual gameplay?
Yeah, like the gameplay actually doesn't look bad at all. I wouldn't even mind playing this, but I know why they're making it, and it's there was an interview with a guy who played Japanese soldiers in movies and television. This was such a frequent occurrence that he'd turn it into a career. And they asked him, like, dude, you've starred in like 50 fucking movies at this point. How do you keep getting these roles? Like, listen, I just play the Japanese soldier as the most evil, malicious, perverted monster you can imagine, and they keep hiring me.
I mean, with some of the things that the Chinese went through and the Koreans went through during World War II, and Japan never really taking really any accountability over.
God, that was loud.
my ears.
I tried to play it, and then it was like max volume. But yeah, no,
And
like,
it's
to be fair.
It's funny because in my Discord server I was talking about the horror documentary Philosophy of a Knife about Unit 731.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, the Japanese did a lot of fucked shit. They didn't even discover everything that they did because they burned most of the documents before the unit got raided.
Oh, yeah. Like, there's no doubt the Japanese did some truly heinous fucking shit against the Chinese repeatedly and gleefully. No, nobody's disputing that, but again, the sheer scope and scale of the Chinese hate boner for the Japanese, it is vast. It is titanic. It is throbbing at the sky. And this is going to be a bit of like a wake-up call in certain ways, I think, for the Western audience, because we haven't had like a patriotic style game like this in a while. You know, there used to be the trope in Call of Duty games and in Medal of Honor games, the American soldier bandaging himself up with the American flag and going on to kill more Nazis, right? This is going to be that, but on fucking steroids.
I mean, right here, this clip here, that looks brutal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like I haven't seen a decent war game from the Chinese perspective before, so this is interesting. I wouldn't mind playing it.
Sometime, Lum, I need to introduce you to Chinese propaganda movies.
Yeah, we can watch Chinese propaganda movies. Hell, show me some of your favorite propaganda movies.
They're fucking amazing. They're so good.
I know you like showing me your Irish propaganda posters.
Yeah, those are good too. It's like every Chinese person is just the best human you can ever imagine, and every American is just a massive, screaming American stereotype. There's one movie that opens with, it's 1960, and America is invading North Korea. Oh. That's how that happened.
I mean, I've seen North Korean propaganda. Pretty fucking interesting.
Yes. Over in our history, I think it was something about the North Koreans did that caused all of that, but clearly we have been misinformed. So I'm not opposed to this. I'm not opposed to this. I actually think it could be a fun game, but just bear you in mind, it's not going to be subtle. Put it like that.
No. No. And I'm sure a bunch of news outlets are going to hate on it. American news outlets, for sure.
Possibly, yes. Although, Like, I think if anything, they're probably going to hate on it because it's going to be very heteronormative, unironically. Like, you see also throughout the entire trailer, there's the hot Chinese spy chick that taggles along with you and then ends up, like, saving you from the Japanese when you're wounded and shit. On the bright side, despite all of the, like, nationalistic part, this is probably going to be a game that appeals unironically and straight up to the male fantasy on, like, every level.
Yeah.
It might actually be good. It might actually be good. Something else that definitely isn't going to be good, by the way. Knights of the Old Republic.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Okay, right. So I recently had all of my hopes and dreams fucking crushed mercilessly by Bloodlines 2. Because Vampire the Masquerade 1 is... it's one of the best RPGs ever produced, in my opinion. It's so good. It's so amazing. Despite its incredible jank. And I know for a lot of people, that to them is Knights of the Old Republic. It's KOTOR, the old games. And well, you're going to get your sequel, chat. It's going to be made by a brand new studio that has literally worked on absolutely nothing before this. And the only saving grace, the person who has worked on the previous games, her previous title was Anthem. So prepare your buttholes.
You know, it's like a good way to see how the author of a article is going to be coming from this is seeing what other articles that they wrote and see how shit they are. Then it's like, what should I expect?
What should you expect?
Because dude says emotionally, I am in middle school again. It's like, okay.
Is that a good thing? And I mean, I kind of get what he's saying. Because he's saying, like, okay, you know, KOTOR, that was my game. That was my defining moment. And this announcement makes me think that maybe I'll have a chance at experiencing that. And I think a lot of people are going to feel like that. Like, they're going to think, like, oh, God, it's not just the Old Republic. It's going to be exactly like I remember. It's going to be just as good. I don't think so.
Don't get your hopes up. Yeah, this is Lucasfilm we're talking about. I mean, basically, this is just another announcement.
Yes.
It's so early in development that, you know, we don't know when we're going to get this game. You know, they're saying it could be 2030 or before 2030. It's okay. That's 5 years away. Where you announce this thing 5 years before development really even begins. I don't even feel like I'm in middle school again. Fuck, this franchise isn't going to last 5 more years. Star Wars Eclipse, that was about 4 years ago. Knights of the Old Republic remake, that was years ago. The Rey movie, when's that going to happen? The continuation from the sequels, that's not going to happen. Obi-Wan burnt out. Ahsoka burnt out. No one cares about Mandalorian anymore. Tickets aren't selling for Galaxy's Edge like they ever really should have. The Star Cruiser failed. They are racking up L's here. But I felt like I was in middle school when they played this fucking trailer, dude. I was hyped.
Like, because that's a good point. Like, is there even going to be a Star Wars franchise in 2030?
I don't think it can last that long. I think this summer is gonna make or break a lot of Lucasfilm because they are banking a lot of hope with this Mandalorian and Grogu movie. The insider talks that we got from Bob Iger was, oh shit, people are watching Mandalorian, but we're not making money with it. And like Star Wars has not made any, we haven't made our money back on the investment of $4 billion. Fuck that. Take that season 4 and throw it in theaters. And so that's what this is supposed to be. This is Bob Iger's order to cancel season 4 per se, turn it into a film. But there's no hype for it. And I think when it fails, it's going to set the tone for a game like this, this is a big investment. This is not going to be a cheap game. Star Wars Eclipse is not a cheap game. Star Wars Outlaws just bombing the way it did is not helping the decision-making process here. But I think, especially for all of us here in chat watching right now, like, we all love KOTOR. Everybody unanimously pretty much loves Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Whether you liked where it went from there, it doesn't matter. Those two games are pretty sacred. And having this be Fate of the Old Republic and to somehow tie into those two games, that is a risk, because that is the singular last bastion of hope for this franchise. Everything else is fucked.
Yep. It's a massive gamble, and it's a massive gamble placed entirely on the shoulders of a brand new studio just made for this. And again, you talk about the investment. They made a studio for this. This is massive. They've hired people for it. They put it all up on the block. And if it doesn't sell, well, at some point, even Disney, with their seemingly endless wallet, is going to look at this and wonder, how much more money are we going to pour in this? And you also got to bear in mind, Disney is also aware that their only real profitable thing right now with Star Wars is partially Grogu, although I think that'll wear off awfully quickly. Like, there's only so much you can mobilize the 40-year-old woman demographic to Star Wars, I think. But it's the parks. And the more they continue to ruin the legacy of Star Wars, which is what they do with all of this, the less people are going to be interested in those parks, because it lives off nostalgia. Disney's entire lifeline right now is going, hey, do you remember when we weren't shit?
Oh, how long ago?
Yes. No, Disney. It's been too long.
We'll never give up hope. It's been 87 years.
I mean, hell, I don't even... And usually I say, cautiously optimistic, skeptical, depending on what it is, but we don't even know anything about this game. We don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know how it's going to play like. Fuck. We have a cinematic trailer that is like, look, video game. Okay. That is all we've got to go on. They are making a video game. Please applaud.
Yeah. By that trailer, we can see, that it's very clearly, that's Revan's Leviathan ship. That's his capital ship that's downed. And that's gotta be something like the Starforge maps or a new equivalent of it. But this female protagonist here, my money is that it's the exile from KOTOR 2. And that they're going to use this game to try to canonize those games to some capacity. What I don't understand is how this is going to tie in with, and especially because it's being done by a different studio, the Old Republic remake. Like, is that going to tie in here? Or is that game just going to be canceled altogether like all the rumors suggest it is? But I think this is Mitra Surik from KOTOR 2. And I actually hope it is. Because the way they killed her off in the books is fucking despicable.
Well, there's another interesting little thing as well, right? It's how does this fit in to everything else? And the Old Republic isn't what it was anymore. Disney's Old Republic is very different from the Old Republic of back then. And furthermore, Disney's entire little book series on the Old Republic that they did was fucking awful and bombed enormously. Yeah. Are they going to have the good graces to just go like, oh yeah, that was shit, never think about that ever again? Or are they going to try and somehow reintroduce the Disney Old Republic via this?
I could see them doing, because of this, we've never seen a company this big be this desperate. And I'm at a place now where, I mean, so I do a lot of work with like that Park Place, and some of the reporting we got from them, and in talks with them on and off live, it becomes pretty clear that Disney is threatened by the fact that they've lost both the left and the right. And so now they are more afraid of losing the left. So for right now, they're very much continuing to cater to the left, but they're starting to go neutral because they know that they have to, because they're losing the audience everywhere. So when I look at a game like this and this Fate of the Old Republic, I would not put it past them that they are going to canonize KOTOR 1 and 2, but not the Old Republic. And they're going to pick up the slack where KOTOR 2 ends and continue telling stories from there. I fully believe that, because it is the singular last fucking bastion left of Star Wars to try to make money from. The Age of the Empire, they played the shit out of it. No one gives a fuck anymore. The prequels, they played the shit out of it. No one gives a fuck. The sequels, no one gives a fuck. I mean, you got this Starfighter movie coming up, which the rumor is, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but the rumor of this upcoming Starfighter film is that Ryan Gosling is pretty much a new Han Solo, smuggling Luke Skywalker's son to Rey to try to launch point another sequel trilogy. That's fucked.
Fuck?
No one's gonna want that. Oh, dude, Amy Adams is in the movie, and Amy Adams, the current talk of the town is that she is Mara Jade. We are getting older Mara Jade, time jumped, like not travel through time, but we're just gonna age up everything, explain it like it happened, but never show it. Like, we're never gonna get the proper saga we wanted, but no one's gonna give a shit about that. No, yeah, Luke's son is gonna be trained by Rey. That's the current setup for what Starfighter is supposed to allegedly be. That's gonna fucking bomb. This Fate of the Old Republic here, I think is the last entry point Star Wars has before obscurity.
Yeah, that sounds utterly fucking ridiculous. Ryan Gosling as Han Solo. Kill me.
Well, it's not going to be Han Solo exactly. It'll be a Han Solo adjacent. He's just another smuggler in the galaxy far, far away.
Still, just fucking end my existence right now. And okay, Mara Jade. Right, so you're finally going to introduce Mara Jade, and you're going to age her up. Oh, great. So you're going to take Luke's love interest, the hot ex-Sith character, and make her into an old chick. Fantastic.
Yup.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fucking genius.
Which also indirectly makes Luke another walkout father. So we had Han Solo as a walkout dad, and Luke Skywalker is another walkout dad.
God. You know, it sounds stupid enough to the point where I think I believe it. It sounds idiotic enough to the point where I think, yeah, no, Disney could do that. It sounds like exactly the kind of self-destructive idiocy I could envision them doing.
Anything's possible now, because they're desperate. Desperation has set in for Lucasfilm. But they'll never admit it.
And the problem, too, is, like, you say they're afraid of losing the left and the right, and that is definitely something that has been happening, because we see that very clearly, that they tried to win the left. The Acolyte was just a giant love letter to them, and they didn't come see it, as we all knew they wouldn't, because they don't. They don't have the capacity to make shows succeed. It's been demonstrated again and again. And they've long since lost the right, so they must now know that they're in the middle. They're in no man's land. They've got no allies, not to the left, not to right. They've lost all of their goodwill. Their reputation as a children's entertainment company is in tatters. Like, the logical thing to do in this scenario would be to pick a side and appeal to it as hard as they could, which is kind of what they did with the Acolyte. So I would have hoped that any sensible CEO would then go like, no, okay. The next movie, it's just going to have Sydney Sweeney in a bikini, and that's the entire movie. I don't even care about the fucking plot. Just Sydney Sweeney in as little clothing as you can legally get away with.
Right.
Fucking Star Wars. Okay. I'm going to do the Streamlabs, and we have one more little thing. Argray, Hi Art, Fish, and Spellcaster, just giving cash for altars. AAA studios are falling off slowly one by one. In this, though, take their place. Maybe we'll have a new 2002 year quality. I mean, we are only going to see that from indies. And I sure as hell hope we get a new, era of greatness. I don't know how optimistic I am, but I would like it. Taylor Chin, Lumi, what is Bec de Corbin?
What?
Yeah, Bec de Corbin.
I don't know. Is it a weapon?
It is a weapon. Good, Lum Lum.
Is it a gun?
It is not a gun. It's a polearm.
It's a polearm?
Yes.
I haven't looked into many polearms. I've been mostly being autistically talked to about longswords, sabers, guns, some warships, airplanes.
Hell yeah.
And Marksman Arch, you need to show Lumi Captain Hall, the American fighter pilot who's cowboy hat. Yes, yes. While flying an open cockpit, one of the best American characters in the Chinese film. Yes. There's a brilliant character that is just an American wearing a cowboy hat whilst he's bombing the Chinese, shouting, "Yeehaw!" He's amazing. Somehow the Chinese managed to get better portrayals of Americans than the Americans can. Strange world we live in.
And it's just getting stranger.
Yeah, it's just gonna get worse. Not gonna get any better.
Heresy's the
Buckle up.
question. Fire is the answer.
And Keltafir resubscribed as well on Kick. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Everybody should check out Kick. It is an excellent platform, pays way better for the creators, and it's less censorious. For what's on screen, anyways. The AI moderator is fucking awful in the chat, but I'll try to neuter that thing at some point when I remember to do it. Silly little thing. I mean, I get why they want to be very strict with chat stuff, because every other alternative platform has usually been smacked by the mainstream media, which are now all trying to make YouTube channels. So, I get it, but still. Even so. Right, and a final topic before we do the rest of the supers today. Once I figure out which tab I placed it in, I need another 3 monitors. Ah, yes.
How many monitors do you have?
Only 3. I need 6.
Why do you need 6?
Because I need 1 tab on each monitor. Of course.
Why?
I'm on 4. 2 of them are ultra wide. I can never go back.
Yep. I need more monitors. I need more monitors, Lum Lum. It's just how it's gonna have to be. Lum Lum. You gotta shake that ass more for Superchats so I can get more monitors.
Wait till the shot collar comes. God.
That's right. You
Anyways.
are getting a shot collar.
Yes. Anyways,
Indeed. Have either of you read the book Animal Farm?
not in a
Yes, I
very
have.
long time.
Well, okay. So both of you have read it, but Lum Lum hasn't read it for a while. Okay. So I take it then that you both remember that Animal Farm was a scathing critique of capitalism.
Oh, yes.
As that is
was
what
not,
we are
was that
getting
not the
now.
message?
That is what we are getting now in a cinematic release.
I'm honestly surprised Angel Studios picked this up. I honestly hope that the trailer's misleading as shit.
Maybe they're like just doing it as sort of kind of a rage baity thing. I mean, I've heard of crazier marketing schemes in the current day and age, so maybe. Let's have a quick little look at this. Now, this is definitely going to get me copyright claimed, so donate more money, chat, or else I'll have to... I don't know. We'll have to make Lum's shock color at home. You know, we can't have the proper fancy version. We're just going to have to fucking mount a electrical watch to some diodes or something. Ah, there you go. Follow Brandon's example for another 50. Thank you very much, sir. You mean the High Republic Arch, which are garbage. Only place I've seen them, they were in the bargain bin of comic shops. Yes, they are absolutely awful. Nobody seems to have liked those. I don't know why. I mean,
Nobody read those?
They've got riveting characters like the Living Rock that uses the Force.
Living Rock. It's funny to hear how like the decline on that, how like each release lost more and more of the audience until it was like dramatically embarrassing by the end of that run. And it's like I also can't believe that they wasted that entire like generation on these books. Like that's a lot of years that they went through that they could have been doing movies or video games in, and they didn't do shit. They did a bunch of books that were garbage and no one read them.
Yeah,
because it'll be easy to retcon them later.
The potential for the High Republic setting as well. Geez, you can go back to things like the Sith Wars. So much shit you could do. And you decide instead to cover the adventures of the Living Rock, which just so happens to be also, and for once, fittingly, a they, them. Right, let's have a look at the Animal Farm trailer.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Hi, Lucky.
What's up?
We are going on vacation.
I do hope it's somewhere good.
Are you ready
What does
to
that
wreck
say?
this yellow mare's buttery,
That sounds awesome. I love to laugh.
It's a slaughterhouse.
Look at all this deliciousness. They want this.
Do you want to be food or do you want freedom?
Freedom! And to be fair, the animations are really good, and I do like some of the jokes already.
Then let's fight for it. We're free. Whatever goes upon two legs.
Also, I love that. Based on. Yes. I'm thinking this is going to be very much so based on the book by George Orwell.
Is an enemy.
4 legs, good. 2 legs, bad.
No animal shall wear clothes.
Huh? What? We're show pigs.
And all animals are equal.
Animals running a farm? I had to see it for myself.
Thank you. So this guarantees citizenship.
Activate cute eyes.
I'd rather gouge them out.
Wow, look at that. Communism works. The animal take over the farm, they all work together, and everything's beautiful and idyllic. Until some evil child introduces the concept of money into the equation. I always knew children were the enemy.
I want that farm.
We should move into the farmhouse. So the humans know we're in charge.
You are about to become my new best friends. Pigs and humans working together. I I like the optics.
Oh, we love the optics.
What are optics?
I think it's a kind of seafood.
Okay, I didn't get this one. What the fuck is this?
Which part? The car?
The upscaling it to be like technical, and I like I'm comparing it to the book. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, this
wasn't
has very
prepared
little to
for
do
it.
with the fucking book at this point.
They modernized it.
I wasn't ready for the fuck. Oh shit. Woo, that's
Are you
my
ready
own
for your
stupidity.
Are you ready for your legally distinct Tesla?
Oh man.
You're wearing clothes.
Would you look at that? I am.
Everything's different, but we're still friends.
All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others.
This is our home.
Squealer!
I parked the car!
Let's have no one do that again.
Animal Farm, a cautionary tales.
So what I'm getting from this is that you're gonna make me watch Animal Farm with you.
I might, yes.
I'll reread the book so I can brush up on what I need to remember.
So, if anyone's confused, by the way, Animal Farm was not actually a cautionary tale about capitalism. It was quite the opposite. It was about communism, and in this one, quite the contrary. Communism works until the evil capitalist comes from the outside and corrupts the pigs into somehow then going, some pigs are more equal than others? I guess?
That line is from the book.
Yes, but the entire point of that line is socialism will always betray its ideals. But in this case,
Yes.
there's no motivation for that. Why would a capitalist pig say some pigs are more equal than others?
I think, if I may, I think this is a fake out.
I hope
think
it's a
the
fake
movie-
out because
Hey.
it's like Angel Studios picked up this movie. It's like they've picked up some pretty decent movies, like The Sound of Freedom, absolutely amazing. Love that movie. They're just this doesn't seem like a movie that they would just pick up. I really hope that the trailer's a fake out.
Okay, so Angel Studios is trying to. They're trying to do. So I recently watched from like start to finish their House of David show that's on Amazon, and that was done by Wonder Project, but that's a partnership between two studios, right? And Angel Studios is one of them. So I started looking into Angel Studios. I didn't see this until we just watched it now in full. I only saw the first 10 seconds. I was like, oh, okay, it's Animal Farm. I didn't realize how extreme it was going to go. They are trying to do what Daily Wire failed at. Angel Studios wants to get kids. They want to compete with Pixar. They want to compete with Disney. So, like, yeah, they got the Sound of Freedoms, but no, they're going after kids as their next demographic. Like right now, there's going to be a biblical David animated film dropping this. Actually, I think like next week. It's dropping the same day as Avatar, but it's for kids. It's a little kids movie. I see this Animal Farm trailer.
Guarantees citizenship.
It's the what?
Isn't that the 2D animated one? Because if it is,
No, it's a 3D. The David movie. It's a 3D musical. It looks like it would be a DreamWorks film.
Okay.
This makes me think they're going to go with the story of these are socialist piggies that got bought out by their corporate masters, and they're so they're going to change it a little bit and make it modern because it is modern day, because that's what modern day is. And if they do that, that is based as absolute fuck. You know, it's the same thing as what we see with the journalists now. Oh, the journalists are all extreme, like the Access Media journalists. They're all bleeding heart, super leftists. They're woke as fuck, but they won't bite the hand that feeds them. They won't go after the corporations. This movie looks like it's going to be a commentary on modern day, what Marxism actually is in the modern day. And oh my God, that would be fucking awesome if they did.
So
Problem is no one's going to see it.
Do you think that Angel Studios will do the third reboot of Watership Down, but change the ending?
Maybe.
I still can't believe that Watership Down got a remake and it looks ugly as sin.
I think in this, this company and the Wonder Project, you know, obviously they're religiously like based. Like that's their moralism and their idealism is coming from, you know, Christianity. Awesome, great, okay. But they're doing some business things that I hope play out for the better, because if you watch their content, it's not overtly boring. It's not boring. It's not bad. It's not, you know, a lot of religious media is mocked and made fun of because of how bad it is. And what these guys are doing is not, I mean, you could watch that House of David show. I saw the trailer and I was like, come on, really? You made a show out of that? Is it, you know, how good is that going to be? And I had to eat my own words because that show was actually very entertaining. It was very well done. And it's not an in-your-face kind of a overtly religious. It's cool how they play it out. And it's as close as they could get it to the actual story, filling in gaps here and there. And it's pretty good. So I see this trailer and I'm like, I don't know, you got me with the House of David show. You might get us all with this trailer here. But again, it's Angel Studios and they don't have the best they don't get as many butts in seats as they need to really make a difference.
Well, this might be like a rage baity thing, kind of sort of thing, and they'll try to do flip it around, possibly. A focus on modern day socialism betraying its ideals is possible. In which case, it's a very cleverly cut trailer because it comes across really clearly as like, oh, socialism actually worked, and then capitalism came in and destroyed it, and now all of those socialist animals have to save themselves from the grip of the evil capitalist. I hope it's the other way around, because the things do. Religious entertainment does not at all have to be bad. Not at all. The Prince of Egypt was fan-fucking-tastic. And I remember going to watch that in the cinema. And me and all of the other kids at the time were like, oh, God, a Christian movie? Oh, it's going to be so boring and slow and shit and preachy. And it was fantastic.
I still find it really cool that the singer for Moses' mother, it did the singing for every single language that the movie came out in.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I learned that recently when I was looking at the background production of the movie, because like learning that it took so many different animators to work on this movie, so many different translations for this movie, and just learning that the singer for Moses' mother is just like, nope, I want to sing this in every language. It's just amazing.
That's pretty awesome.
Now, one of the reasons why I personally don't think this is going to be a fake out, I think they're actually going to do the entire socialist thing, and it's going to fucking suck because of it, is because of the associations here. I don't know if they paused there, but it comes there, starring Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is an arch-wokey, And worst of all, he is an arch-wokey who has no idea about his own politics. There was a brilliant interview with him and Tim Pool a few months ago where Seth Rogen is just backpedaling the whole time. Tim is on him constantly, like a tick, going like, no, you are a fucking communist. I can prove it. You've said these and these things. And he just laughs at life, but that doesn't mean anything. And he nails him on point after point after point, and Seth's only defense is to pretend like he doesn't understand any of the points being made. I don't think Seth Rogen could possibly be involved. Like, if they somehow managed to get him involved in an anti-socialist movie, then, I mean, if nothing else, I guess that would finally prove that Seth Rogen has an IQ that is well beneath room temperature.
I think this movie is gonna. I could be dead wrong. I think this movie is gonna be, hey, all of like the champagne socialism that we hear about is all bullshit, and that communism's bad, but also corporatism is just as bad.
It isn't like Woody Harrelson also very left-leaning, or like from what I last seen of him, he kind of hates both parties. But what did he say? He said that, what's it called? What does he call himself? Like a anarchist, Marxist, something like that. I don't remember.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So it's like interesting people that are working on this movie. I don't know about everyone else, but I only know about Seth Rogen and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that cast: Laverne Cox, Jim Parsons, Woody Harrelson, Glenn Close. They're all left. I mean, Laverne Cox is transgender, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they're just going to make like a Capitalism bad movie. And I will be happy to shit on them for it. I appreciate the optimism, however.
Here's a little white pill for you, chat.
It might not be as bad as you think it'll be. It probably will, but it might not.
We can pray. I hope it's at least tolerable, because I already know that I'm going to get a message like 2 days before this movie comes out, and it's going to get, Lum, we're going to watch the movie in X amount of hours. And we'll be like, but Arch, I want to sleep. And he's going to be like, nope, too bad. We're going to watch the movie.
It's time for Lum to learn about socialism.
But I don't want to learn about socialism.
Well,
can we just read Mein Kampf instead?
Mein Comfy chair.
Mein Kampf live reading with Lum. We shall see. We shall see. Let me get on to the super chats. Alex Anderson, on the note of World War II, Arch, give Lumi the answers, the specific question I tell her to ask you. We need that information for Art Commission, Soda's Fund. But you haven't asked any question. How am I to know?
I will forward you the questions. Some of them that I sent to you, like, you know, what parts of the military we're going to be a part of. I sent over to him, and he's like, "Oh, well, your colors of the uniform is going to be this. You're going to be a part of this," and be like, "That's a lot of autism." Here, Alex. There's more questions that he has sent me that I will forward to you.
Aaron Wolf, have you heard about Conflict 47? It's a new tabletop game by the makers of Bolt Action. Lum's choice.
My choice is Dawn of War 3 in Darkwood.
Lum is going to be put into the refrigerator where Lum belongs.
You're gonna torment me in the future anyway, so like, I will get the little jabs when I can.
Are you ready to rut this
and Conflict 47 is not new at all. It's fucking ancient. Like, I remember that like 10 years ago, but it didn't have any lore back then. It just kind of existed, and apparently they've been adding more lore to it now, which is interesting. And hey, any competition for GW is good competition, so I wish them all the best. But I haven't looked into it yet. Maybe I will. Maybe I should. I probably should. Average Estonian for 20 euros. My last super chat for the month, for when it comes to Baltic Germans.
You ignorant slut.
Your last super chat of the month on the topic of Baltic Germans, I presume. Well, if that is the only super chat I'll get this month, the specific topic, then I guess I'll tolerate it. When it comes to Baltic Germans, where liberators and Russians were the invaders, since they invaded neutral nations first. So yeah, but let's believe the false Russian history. Were there Baltic nations? Right, well, what was it? Poland and Lithuania. Lithuania had a history. Was there Estonia before the First World War? Because I think those were created after the surrender of the Russians. But I don't know if they were independent before then. I know Lithuania was. But I'll be frank and say that I have not studied the history of the Baltic nations of much. The Wolf Marshal. I'm interested in Total War 40k because of the mod potential. Mass Effect, Halo, Star Wars might make games worth it. Friendship with benefits. That is assuming Games Workshop allows you to make these mods, as quite recently, they actually launched a cease and desist against one of the Lord of the Rings mods for Attila Total War, which got a lot of people to speculate that they were planning a Lord of the Rings Total War. And again, with how desperate WB is right now, I wouldn't be surprised, because if not, why would they bother cease and desisting some random mod? Right? That's weird. Unless one of their lawyers on retainer just had a slow day at the office, maybe. I was like, I'm just going to ruin these people's fun today. Just because I don't have a soul. Mercenex 21. Fun fact. The Stitch anime in the Stitch anime... Yep. Crashing again, aren't you? Right, there we go. Slowly but surely reloading. The Stitch anime, Lilo's daughter is Stitch's daughter. That's apparently official. Lilo's daughter
Makes sense for Japan.
Is Stitch's daughter.
I don't know.
Oh, either. Frank, it's Poop Marine, so I'm probably not buying it. Well, at least you can paint them in different colors. They'll still be Ultramarines underneath, but, you know. And they'll always be Primaris, because remember, we are in the age of modern 40k. Everything is Primaris now. CJR902, if you ever want to do another D&D campaign, David is a really good GM.
Oh. I just got doxxed in that one.
Oh. Well, David.
That's me.
I was about to say, who the fuck is that?
That's me.
You could have just let it pass and nobody would know.
I was gonna ask, like, is that your delivery driver or something? I don't know. I don't know anyone named that.
Yeah. It's the guy who made my sandwich at Subway.
That David. I know him. He always puts on too much mustard.
Yeah. No, I did. It was from a show. I did Lawyers and Dragons with a bunch of like the YouTube lawyers that covered the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, and that was fun as fuck.
That sounds like fun. Just imagine having a game just full of actual rules lawyers. And how long one decision would take to make.
By the end, like teaching, most of them hadn't played before, so I got to teach YouTube content creators who also happen to be real life lawyers, like actively working lawyers, teaching them not only D&D but also role-playing games. By the end of it, some of them were rules lawyers, but seeing like the lights pop up in their eyes as they started to realize, like, oh my gosh, I can do anything in this game. Like, I could do anything I can come up with, and that was a really great experience.
Was this streamed? I would love to watch it.
Oh yeah, no, there's 2 seasons of it. We did two seasons. There's talks about coming back, but everybody's, the world keeps spinning and everybody's got different lives now than we were, 2 years ago. It's on the Rick Hogue Law channel.
Okay, I will definitely check it out after I watch the Vampire Campaign. I have a new work schedule coming up where I work 12 hours a night, so I will need stuff to listen to.
I would say the first 5 episodes of season 1 are part of my favorites, because that was what you're getting to see them like learn through all the chaos, and I'm acting like an idiot. Like at one point I was they were on trial for crimes they didn't commit, and so I was pretending to be the judge, and we had Emily D. Baker come in as like the lawyer, the lawyer's lawyer. And so I'm saying things and they're like, that's not how you do it. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm a goblin, okay? I don't know the law. Fucking fireball. So, no, it's a good time. Really, really good time. I hope to do stuff with them again sometime soon.
That's true, Lum. You can do anything. You can lick all of the feet.
No.
Or the electrical outlets.
Yeah.
That's just. I would rather lick an electrical outlet.
Sky is the limit.
Or as I learned through
Service
the Vampire
guarantees
Campaign,
citizenship.
licking a wall covered in blood.
Bethman, just saw your Avatar video watch. A shame that Amrita from Way of Water wasn't explored more. Imagine a subplot focusing on immortal human dynasties. Ah yes, the magical brain goop that stops human aging. I'm sure that will never be mentioned again in the 3rd movie. Van Garth, we need to know the Chinese about the Nemesis system. They will steal it, say they didn't, and add hot characters to the products. It's win-win.
Service
That's true. Yes. They would steal it, and then they would just stare at Warner Brothers like, okay, sue us. Go on. We'll take you to court in China.
You ignorant slut.
Our judges are goblins, too. The malcontent see a decrease in kick viewership. Age verification law came in last week in Australia, and are not putting ID on that thing.
Heresy's the question.
Listen.
Fire is the answer.
It's fine. Kick probably won't dox you. Probably. I can't say it won't, because I don't know that for certain. It is the internet, but unlikely, relatively.
Honestly, I think I would trust Kick more than Twitch at this point.
Now, Twitch will dox you. There's no doubt about that. And YouTube as well. Those will. Master X anyone, dogsuit. I had to spell since YouTube doesn't like or and guy. Hey, YouTube hates that word. It was the Divinity trailer. Marine Alva, we need a RLFW animated portrait. Roloff?
Oh, I think that's me. That's also me again.
Real life fake
fake
There you go. Abthaman, I think you missed my previous super. That aside, I hope you're all having a good weekend. I probably hadn't gotten to it yet. There's too many. Slowly but surely. Lumi loves feet. Art, you should record a mal for begging for werewolf. Who says I didn't? Who says AI can't reproduce it? And you'll just have to take my word for it that it happened. Wyatt Burns Art, do you plan to post your custom art from the Sabbath World Crusade Patreon? Also, your playlist of friends backward. Please fix. Don't wanna. Notorious has been a member for 6 months. Thank you. The Wolf Marshal, my problem with this is the communists taking credit for the fighting the nationalists did while they hid in the mountains. That is also a point. Yes, the nationalist Chinese, of course, did the majority of the fighting, whilst the communist Chinese adopted it as a deliberate strategy to just chill, whilst the Japanese did their work for them.
Mare's fluttery buttery butt.
Son Lich, in the words of TFM, YouTube doesn't let me write his name, if men like, it's misogynies. If men find disgusting, it's empowerment. That is also true. And remember, women just find really terrifyingly kinky shit to be normal. Okay? That's just the thing. Women are just filthy, disgusting creatures. And I don't know how we can coexist with them long term. I really don't. Heat-seeking. If there is a positively portrayed cameo of the American flying tigers in the Chinese game, I will buy it. I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised. But there will be many positive portrayals of the Americans in what the Chinese believe to be in a derogatory sense. If that's good enough. Brandon, if you think the Chinese propaganda is funny, watch DPRK propaganda film. It's unbelievably funny. I have watched some of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea's propaganda, and yes, it is pretty damn good. There's one about America where they go to like a homeless shelter, and they spin it as if this is the entire city. The Americans live in tents, waiting for handouts from the government. He's pretty great. And Brandon Lumi, what is the CL1201?
Trying to think of lettering because I know letterings mean stuff.
Letters do mean things, correct, Lum Lum?
I'm gonna guess from the letters, the numbers. Aircraft? Question mark?
Correct, Lum Lum.
Is it a carrier craft?
It's not a carrier craft. It's a bit large for that.
A bit large for that. Is it used for transportation?
Yes. Yes.
Not of people, but like stuff.
Stuff. Yes.
Since it's not a carrier, it wouldn't be like for vehicles or anything.
Well, no, I said it wasn't a carrier craft, as in on a carrier.
No, I was saying carrier craft, like, you know, like carrying vehicles, and then they just kind of slide out with a parachute.
Well, they don't use parachutes, but it does carry vehicles. Oh well, it theoretically would have.
Okay. So I'm guessing it's a plane that transports vehicles, materials, and other non-personnel things.
Close enough for government work.
Yay!
See, she's learning, chat. You must come up with better riddles. Lumi loves feet. She does, it's true. Lumi prefers to read Milking Farm over Animal Farm. That, too, is true. He's always had a strong preference for that.
Oh.
Mallory, a Band of Brothers style show in Star Wars with Republic vs. Imperial could be interesting. If a good writer can be found to write, it could be interesting, I think. Oh yes, I've been begging for Band of Brothers but Star Wars for ages now, because I'm sick of the Jedi. I really am. I don't find them particularly interesting anymore. I'd much rather have something a bit more grounded and realistic, because these days, Disney has ruined so much of the magic of Star Wars for me that I just kind of want to learn about the bureaucracy now. I'm more interested in the paperwork.
Horror movie.
That would work, because remember, the Ewoks fucking eat people.
Give me, from the point of view of a stormtrooper, like a band of stormtroopers on Endor post Return of the Jedi after the rebellion leaves, and it's just Ewoks hunting them down, and it's a horror movie. Come on, that would be great.
That would be fantastic.
Ewoks eating and tearing through their stormtrooper brethren, like, you know, make them as horrifying as they deserve to be, man. Hunting them in the woods in the dark.
Or hell, it doesn't even have to be a movie. Make that a survival horror game.
Yeah, like Battlefront 2 hinted at it a little bit, but I'm like, you didn't go far enough. I want like survival horror where you're shining your flashlight in the woods and all you see is those dead black eyes and it's the last thing you see.
Absolutely. We do need that video game. Marine Alva, I missed the boom. Warmer and 40K comics. Yes, they were good. Dean Domino 2517. Sadly, it appears the Animal Farm trailer is indicative of the actual movie. It doesn't have an international release, but it had a limited screening. Yes, I think the ship might have sailed on that one. I think the disaster has already unfolded.
I think the Animal Farm movie is gonna be either just straight to Angel Studios website, because they did do that with some movies, or if there is a demand enough to have it in theaters, then they'll probably send it out to whatever theaters have it highly requested, like they did with Sound of Freedom.
Dreadnought Logan, Arch, why did they waste precious resources on Xenos when the correct answer was just take what we wanted? You can never find an Inquisitor around. Yes, you should have just defoliated the planet. River Norse, Marshall Beaumont had a great tweet about the trailer. Did he now? So on the lich, should I invite Dev to review Animal Farm? His deep understanding of the porcine life and love for communism will surely go well. That's true. Not only is he closely related to a piggy, but he is also a communist.
I don't know why, but the way that you say piggy is just so funny.
They are but little piggies. It is but the way of things. Max Orderman, Animal Farm, media literacy at its finest, I guess. To be fair, yes, if you can read Animal Farm and come away with the conclusion that it's an anti-capitalist story, then your media literacy is through the fucking roof. You have discovered ways of reading things that the common man haven't even imagined yet. Mr. Warlord, fitting the book banned and misunderstood for being too communist and too anti-communist is misunderstood again. Shogun, what's the MLP Friendship with Benefits Fund on, and when's the Valkyrie Chronicles stream? Probably in the New Year's, I imagine. Friendship with Benefits is at $1,310 right now, so about 70% of the way. Sean King, next, 1984 will be a romantic comedy. You know what? Yes, because there is a romance story in 1984, so correct. Rubberleg 623, I don't understand how they could be working with Seth Rogen, someone who's extremely opposed in values to what Angel Studios should be standing for. It is a bit weird. I don't know, maybe they got fucking shanghaied from the inside or something. God knows.
It makes me think they bought this, because a lot of the people that are part of this wouldn't necessarily sign on to work with Angel Studios just because. Like Laverne Cox, Jim Parsons, these are super left people. Seth Rogen's an idiot, but the other two, Woody Harrelson's, you pay him, he's going to do the job. But I don't know. I think they bought this. I'm sure that's going to come out soon, like it did with K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, that wasn't a Netflix movie. That was a Sony movie that they sold to Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same thing.
Question. Fire is the answer.
Conceivably. Theoden, King of Brohan. There's nothing more Orwellian than rewriting Orwell to subvert the message of Orwell while pretending it's Orwell. That's true. Like, we are on many, many layers of Orwell by now. And again, quickly, somebody dig his ass up. We are wasting tremendous amounts of energy here that could be used to boil water, goddammit. It's Citizen Frenzy. Hey, Arch just joined the stream. Did you see Hatemonger's latest sermon that came out today? Doom 2016 fun. I have seen it. I'm probably going to watch it after this stream, probably. I'm thinking. Mechanics on duty, maybe it will be another Barbie movie, Duckwood. I mean, not impossible, just unlikely.
Do you think the movie will be Knuff?
Knuff?
Yeah, Knuff. Are you Knuff?
Knuff. The Eden King of Brohan rewriting? What are you talking about? Fahrenheit 451 was always about climate change. Yep. Always. Mad Cabal, to reinforce Arthur's point, Seth Rogen has such a disdain for other people's private property that if any of you remember, he mocked someone for venting about YouTube, kill yourself. All right. He mocked someone for venting about their car being vandalized in downtown LA. Oh, that's right. He was just like, yeah, it's LA, brother. Of course your car gets vandalized. What? It is fascinating how we arrived in a position where there are actually people within society that will go, brother, it's a crime-ridden hellhole, of course. What did you expect? It's just normal. You're at fault for parking in the crime-ridden hellhole. Very well, very well. Going for gold, just joined stream. I'm glad the real-life fake wizard is here. He always seemed like a 2016 version of us, where we hadn't realized the bullshit the opposition has been pulling. Get good actors on board.
Oh, I'm just hopeful pilled, man. I hope for the best, but the longer I'm in this YouTube thing, the more black pilled I become.
He's radicalizing fast.
Too fast, man. I missed when I started this channel, I was just shitting on the Acolyte, and I miss those days. Now I'm building the fucking infrastructure for an indie networking website to promote indie games just because I hate the AAA corporations. We've come too far.
MercenaryX21, Dogsuit, holy crap, that's my boss right there, playing his fake wizard. What are you going to show up at work tomorrow or Monday? And my boss's name is David.
Well, don't tell him we had this conversation. You know, don't let him know, because my bosses don't know that I'm here. I'd like to keep it that way.
Going for gold for real life fake wizard. We are not lawyers for the sake of it. We just love our hobby and do not like the rot subverting everything. I don't like rot either. It is gay.
I'm with you there, brother. Yeah, hell yeah, brother. I agree.
Dark Genmo, greetings. Just inquire on a concert date for the official reveal, technically, of your war game. I was also wondering if you could show us some art. There is no release date at the moment, because our release date is like old school Blizzard, when it's good enough. No matter how long that might take. It's the only way to do things. Valimir, speaking of mods, there are fan expansions for Heroes of Might and Magic 3 available on GOG, Horn of the Abyss, and it's law compliant. That's kind of cool. Like 1917, Hail ArchCast, the Lord and Savior, Hi Lumi, the Foot Fanatic, and Hi Wizard.
Like feet, shut up.
Like feet, shut up. Okay, Lum.
Shut up.
Dark Innovator. I love Mara Jade, Ben Skywalker, and the good old Star Wars. Disney will ruin them, and honestly, they need to be burnt down. Yes. Why are you hating? You want Band of Brothers and Star Wars? Disney should just adopt the book Star Wars Twilight Company to the big screen. Twilight? Does it have werewolves in it? I'm assuming yes. Mallory, forgot to mention this super chat, and my last one to the Milking Farm Fund. The Milking Farm Fund grows. It's almost halfway there to book 3 of the Milking Farm. Good. Good. And Lumi, what is the SSN 21?
I mean, I could safely assume the SSN does not mean social security number.
Can you safely assume that? Is that safe?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to think. Um, is it a something with an S and it usually means submersible? So is it a submarine? Question mark.
It is a submarine.
Yay!
You have taught her all your tricks, chat. She's eating you for breakfast now. Pathetic. Make something harder.
I realize that the letters are important. The numbers are secondary, but the letters say a lot.
You gotta try harder, chat. You're failing, okay? You gotta reach back into the German. Lum, what is the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 250/8 leichte Schützenpanzerwagen mit 7.5 centimeter KWK 37?
I heard Panzer in there, so is it a tank?
No, it's not a tank.
Oh.
You gotta go German, chat. Remember, the Germans like to give their vehicles very stupid names.
Is it a land vehicle, at least?
It's on land, yes.
Is it okay, not a tank, but is it like just a car with a mounted gun on top?
It's not just a car with a mounted gun on top, no.
Are you ready to rut
It's
this
an
yellow
armored
mare's
car with a
fluttery
mounted gun on
buttery
top.
butt?
It is sort of an armored car with a gun on top, yes.
Cool. I'll take the close enough. And also, I know now that I
ready
need
to
to
rut this
delve
yellow
into
mare's
World
fluttery
War II
buttery butt?
history, armaments, vehicles, and all this other shit. Because just from watching your old campaign, they forget one thing, and you're like, oh, you should have remembered before. No, I'm not going to let you re-roll that.
Yes. If you commit an error of protocol in the face of Nazis, guess what, Lum? They'll be anal about it.
Yes. So this is why I'm going to take detailed notes on everything. And I'm going to immerse myself into about 80 hours or more in various different things of World War II German history.
That is wise.
I also did learn that they let women do a little bit in terms of the war effort, not direct combatants, but let them do things such as obviously nursing stuff, things with the aircrafts, and resupplying, stuff like that.
It was one of the shameful parts of the Nazi regime that they gave women the ability to do things.
The Russians let women be snipers.
They did indeed. Black 917, but what kind of submarine, Lum?
I have lost.
I am going to
Shit.
guess that the N in the SSN, nuclear.
It is a nuclear submarine, yes.
Yay!
Again, chat, you've been outmaneuvered. And Notley, greetings, Arch. Did you explain milking farm to our honoured guest? Preventions Fund. He is already aware of the glories of the milking farm.
I'm in on the joke.
He is educated. He understands the many benefits of milking farm.
Heresy's the question.
And Black, Lumi, what is an LCAC?
There's no numbers after that. That doesn't give me indication of anything. Well, since there's no numbers after it, I don't think it's any type of vehicle. and stuff. I think it's more of an accessory vehicle. Um, I think it's something to do with aircrafts. Um,
It's got nothing to do with aircraft.
no, Chad already spoiled it for me. Hovercraft.
It is a
So
hovercraft.
that's basically an aircraft.
I don't think aircraft and hovercraft are technically quite the same thing, but congratulations
the
on
air.
the reach.
They are both up in the air, just one a little
guarantees
lower than the
citizenship.
other.
Nully. All right, I'll jump on this. Lum, what is the caliber of the SDK of Z234?
See, that's the one thing that I lack on. Calibers.
Calibers.
I still suck with calibers. I will still stand by my 355 millimeter handgun.
355 millimeter handgun. And to be fair, that's mildly misleading because I'm pretty sure the Puma came with 20 millimeters, 5 centimeters, and 7.5s. So, several. And Black, what is the class name of the submarine, Lumi?
Oh. Man. I don't know.
It is the Sea Wolf. Lum.
The Sea Wolf?
Yes, the Sea Wolf.
Okay. It'll now be known as the Sea Wolf nuclear powered submarine.
That would strike fear into the hearts of the Chinese.
Hell yeah.
Do you think when they fire torpedoes, they go, "Get knotted, Chinaman"?
They should draw knots on them.
They should.
And you just hear quiet little barks. Just like, woof, woof, woof.
Yes, it should woof on sonar just to scare the shit out of the Chinese.
Yeah.
You ignorant slut.
That'd be beautiful. Marksman, Lum, if you want Arch to suffer, you can start a fund for him to continue My Little Dictator. Oh, that was one of the most entertaining streams Arch ever did. You can put on the German helmet for Friendship Fund. What does the wizard think of My Little Pony? And what is your favorite pony?
So I only know My Little Pony based on the documentary that covered the Brony convention that was on Hulu back in like 2013, 2014. And specifically John Delancey and his confusion about the popularity of My Little Pony with adults. I have to say Discord is my favorite one.
Service guarantees citizenship.
And it has some psychopaths make great snipers, so it makes sense the Soviets gave women the job. Volodymyr, Lumi, what is the BWP Borsuk?
You guys are just being mean.
Yes.
I get some good answers, and now you're like, we need to beat her down back into place.
Yes. You shouldn't have gotten so uppity, I guess.
Well, next time I just won't answer. See. Not that one. The BWP. I'm gonna take a guess since we haven't talked about tanks today. Guess that is it.
I have lost. Shit.
It's not a tank. It's close, but it's a bit smaller than a tank.
Smaller than a tank. Did a infantry vehicle?
It is an infantry fighting vehicle.
Yay! I was thinking on what different things were used in the vampire campaign at this point, because there's a lot of vehicles used.
And Nolly, Preventions Fund. Okay, Lum Lum, I'll let you off free. I didn't specify which variant of the 234, but I did intend the Sparwagen variants. For Jupiter?
That was a word.
It is. Did you hear about Apple suing Texas over digital IDs? I haven't heard about that, no.
Oh, but that sounds exciting.
Apple suing Texas. Apple OpenAI sued in Texas over alleged anti-competitive scheme.
Huh.
Oh, okay. So Apple and OpenAI sued in Texas over alleged anti-competitive scheme. Elon Musk firm sued the two tech giants in U.S. federal court in Texas. Right. So it's because Apple is integrating ChatGPT into their iPhone thingies, I guess. Because that means it's a gated marketplace that he can't get into. I mean, fair enough. See, the problem kind of becomes, like, how much rights do a company have over their property? I mean, they make the Apple iPhone, so surely they could put whatever they want on it, right? But doesn't that give them an unfair advantage in a way? Guess. Black Diamond 15, Lumi, what is the FAT223 Drache?
Well, by the way that you said that last word, that sounds German.
It is German.
And three of Germany's favorite things were either tanks, helicopters, or rockets. I don't think it's a rocket.
Yeah, but is it a tank? It could be a tank.
I don't think it's a tank. Because you suggested it. You suggested it, so I don't think it's a tank. So I think it's a helicopter.
It is a helicopter. It is. Sort of. Well, kind of helicopter anyways.
Yay.
What a silly helicopter.
What do you mean, silly helicopter?
And two rotors on top. It was a dumb copter.
I see.
And with that, we are finally at an end. Oh, wait, no, I missed one. Lum Lum, what is the NCC 1701?
I don't recognize those first three letters.
Yes, they're being cruel with you now. They're throwing you for a loop.
Throwing me for a loop. Are they pulling something from a TV show?
They might be.
It's not a real thing.
It might not be real, but we don't know that for sure.
I won't be able to guess.
It is the silly flying saucer thing from Star Trek.
USS Center. I never got into Star Trek myself. I was not a Star Trek girly.
That's good. It's gay. And all Star Trek fans are gay.
And I can hear Zontar crying in the distance.
It's just true. I'm sorry. It's just a gay setting. And you're going to have to be ashamed of it forevermore. But for the rest of us, we have now gone through all the super chats and the comments. So we are at an end. Thank you very much for watching today, chat. Thank you for your generous donations. And thank you, Real Life Fake Wizard, for coming on and being a guest today.
Thank you for having me. This was really fun, guys.
Yeah. It was fun finally meeting and talking with you. I'd love to have you on again sometime.
Anytime.
Hell yeah.
And Lum goes straight for the fee test per usual.
Arch, I will harm you.
Until next time, chat. Have a very good day.